Right, here we go. There's some discussion going on about the Advanced Players Guide discussions in the background, so we shall get there in a bit. Well, here we are, episode 14 of Book 5. This dungeon crawl's huge, isn't it? Anyway, we'll join the party and they're discussing touch attack spells, so we'll see how it goes.
You get a raise on the spellcasting roll, but you then subsequently fail to hit the guy, you lose all the power points and nothing happens. What? That sucks. You know? And it's really convoluted. But even writing it down, even if it explains it to you, it's convoluted. Just that one little
if you
line
successfully cast a spell but you fail to touch the target or hit the target, the spell's still cast, it's just wasted because you blow it. That's how it should be played, yeah. Is that what they're saying? Or am I wrong?
No. What I'm saying is we've been doing it wrong. According to them, we've been doing it wrong for years.
Well, you roll a 4 to cast the spell. So that's a successful casting, but you've needed a 6 to cast it and succeed in a touch attack on them. You successfully cast the spell, but you miss your target and you pay your bad points.
What I'm saying is they think that's 2 rolls. That's 2 rolls of the dice. That's a multi action.
What, touch spells are multi-action?
Yeah, that's because I don't really care how you do it. I don't really care, right? But I need to understand the logic of how did this, what was he thinking before he changed the rules, and what he is thinking.
Well, no, I understand the logic of that, but because a bolt was a case of it was a single roll to determine the success of spellcasting and whether you hit your target. So I suppose you could argue a touch attack is separate to casting.
So anyway, he thinks it's a multi-action, and people don't do it because players don't like taking the multi-action penalty to cast the spell. And I'm thinking, but have you ever done that? Has anybody done a variation of that?
I think that's ridiculous.
I mean, I'm super lazy. I don't even do it that way. I just let people, because I'm using fantasy grounds, right? I just let people roll the spell casting versus mellow and whatever the dice lands. That's the way it works.
I suppose the logic is to cast the bolt spell. To cast the bolt spell, you use a spell casting roll, and that spell casting roll decides whether or not you successfully cast the spell or whether you hit your target, which is in the rules. Okay, so touch attack. A character who simply wants to touch a foe, usually to deliver a magical effect of some kind, may add +2 to fighting. Fighting. And I think that's so technically, yes, it is a multi-action because you cast the spell and then you make a fighting.
But the question is, does anybody actually play it like that?
No, but to be brutally honest, that's how it's done. That's how it's done from now on. Right, anyway.
No, but it's just silly. But I think that I think it's quite funny that Bert puts one sentence in that everybody's agree on, and that's the right answer, and it's one sentence, and he's written a whole paragraph, and we're all arguing about it.
Well, I haven't read the forums. So when we left you all, you were back at the centre, and you've got that demon creature seems to be wandering around the place. As you come back in, you see him heading off down one of the corridors, muttering to himself.
He's taking his time about it. He was there last time and all.
Well, yeah, he just keeps coming back, it would appear.
Oh, he can't get out.
The way out.
You'd have to banish him out, maybe.
There we go. I could.
Do you know what? The funny thing is, he's hanging about, and it's still bugging me that he's hanging about. I keep thinking I've done a bad thing.
Well, should we try path number 6, wherever it is?
I think that's here.
If anyone goes past that line, I'm looking token movement.
You said that was halfway across it, so I backtracked.
Don't we go down each of the...
What's up with Scaramander's nipples?
Yeah, I thought we were going with number 5 next, or did we finish 5?
We just finished number 5.
I have no desire to go back to that smelly place. Thank you.
And even without that, can I be heard?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, even without that, don't we have to go back to each of the places we... So, hostilities. Don't we have to go back to each of the places we visited to collect those things for the Rune Forge weapon?
Some of them, yes, but thankfully, number 5 we collected because in number 5 we found the recipe.
Yeah, and because there was... I just happened to fortuitously have all those little bottles what's her name gave me. And no way I was going back in that stinky place for a second visit if we could possibly avoid it.
I
Yeah.
agree entirely.
It's a silly place. Let's not go there again.
Okay.
No. It's a stinky place. Let's not go there again.
Oh,
It's
aye.
a wet place.
Nasty. It was just flat out nasty.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's stinky, so long as it's wet. It was wet. That was the problem. It was wet. Pools.
Often stinky and wet at the
Pools
same
are never
time.
a bad good idea.
And we didn't pick up any of these other items during the course of...
We've got one of them. We've got the wine. Not
Yeah,
because we were planning, but just because I really liked it.
So,
I thought some of the mirrors too.
yeah, I
Didn't
thought
Chelsea
we had...
pick up some of the flashy bits?
I don't think I did. If I did, I didn't put a note, because anything I pick up that isn't actual treasure, I have all these little pouches all over me, and I've got notes in each of those pouches, and I don't see that I picked up any of those bits of
Okay.
mirror.
Well, here, before we go down next corridor, why don't you magicy people take a look at all this stuff we've just lugged out a stinky place, so we know what it does?
Good point. I forgot about that. Have a look at the party sheet.
Still
I
need to
totally forgot.
the waters from the pool, the vial of Ithilon.
Spell books.
Oh, you can go back for one of Delphine's toys, Randy. You seem to like her more than we did.
No.
Ooh.
You already disturbed me enough last week telling me that women's ones went buzz.
That's not what we. Oh,
Well,
never
was
mind.
that the person that tried to
Aye.
puppet Bert into bed?
Aye.
So, what can I
What can I
identify?
say? It was cute.
And the ring of spell story. The spell it didn't work. It turned out to be not the ring of storing, but the ring of boring.
Have we lost Kev?
What are you trying to identify?
Oh, everything probably in order. Let's say magic ring first, because... Oh no, magic backpack first, because it's at the top.
Well, I think
Top
someone's
to
already worked
bottom.
that one on. There we go.
A handy haversack.
I have a feeling Sparkle Tits will want that.
Oh, yes, she will.
The next is a magical book, I believe.
Magic rings after the book, but do you want me to roll again separately?
Ring.
Oh, I want to have it if nobody minds.
Yeah,
I mean.
you can have it. You can have it. It's okay.
I'm confused.
Well, I
I've got
don't
it
want
as diamond dust, handy haversack, ivory plaque, long sword, and then magical book. Maybe-
Why is there not?
Magic ring,
I
magic
can see a
rod.
magic ring and magic rod.
Oh, obviously.
And I didn't
I tell you
even
what it
make
is. I tell you what it is. It obviously sorts the party sheet for the GM, because he sees the identified titles, doesn't he? Whereas you see the unidentified titles. Oh my word!
How utterly
Okay.
convenient. Well,
There's
would
only
you
one-
like to decide the order I'm identifying?
that's absolutely fine. So because it does matter. There is, as far as would everyone agree? There's only one magic ring in that list.
I'm looking. Yes.
Yes. Okay. It's a
Yeah, the one
ring of
magic ring.
major protection.
Ooh,
Shiny.
I wouldn't mind that.
Okay. So the magical rod is
The
it
magical
a bulky
rod.
toy?
is a rod absorption.
What now?
It sucks in
Absorption.
spells.
It's a spell vacuum.
Oh, okay. Funny.
And then you can use the power points that are in it, that it's vacuumed up.
Very nice. Like these. Okay, now I'll identify the book.
Yeah, I think 2 of us already got absorption powers.
I don't have absorption power yet.
Yeah, but
This is a
I think it's
manual
two-
of attribute increase vigor.
Ooh.
Oh, quite like the idea of that, no.
Only costs 41,000 gold to create that book.
Wow.
Because you have to use the wish spell to cast it.
Yeah. Magical scroll.
I mean, look at me, I'm all skin and bones, I should probably have that.
Yes, clearly.
Okay, a scroll of dispel.
Second scroll.
A scroll of summon ally.
And the last scroll. Oh, bollocks.
Oh
It-
dear.
It's accidentally caught fire in my hands. Oops.
Yeah,
You read it and cast
that's
it, didn't you?
that's a curse scroll. Anyone who reads that, it's a I forgot what it's called. Because I know you know because you've misrolled it. You don't know what it is. What was the one when you read it? Scroll in feeble mind. So it's a curse scroll that when you read it, it basically drains all your intelligence.
Is it really that? Let's have a look. Because I mean,
And maybe we ought to give that to Rennick because, well, there's nothing there to
Well, don't
drain,
judge. You
right?
think it's a scroll of teleport, but Arena's got one hell of a migraine at the moment, and so obviously she doesn't know what's going on.
You know what? You look at the rest of the stuff. My head hurts. I'm going for a little bit of a lie down over here.
Yeah, obviously, actually, because you weren't actually spellcasting there, you don't actually suffer a point of fatigue, but you know what I mean. You don't feel very good at the moment.
Yeah.
actually, that was a success because it'll be in a dry room, in a dry place.
You are
Yes,
indeed.
we are.
Yeah, but it's still a success. But obviously, Rannick and you do have a problem with all the statues in this room.
Oh, right, okay, that's what it is.
Well, I quite like that ring, and I quite like the look of that book.
And I rather like the look of the rod. Kev, if I've got the rod, will it automatically do its stuff, or do we need to do some manual things?
Oh God, not automatically do its
It's
stuff.
very manual.
You'll need to remind Kev that you've got it when somebody casts a spell on you, and the spell will get sucked into the rod, and you'll get the power points in the rod that you can then use later. But you'll have to do that all yourself.
But yeah, so 2 of us already got absorption because we've got IOT stones that we can deploy.
The rod absorbs spells on magic, so it must be a single targeted spell directed either at the character holding the rod or her gear. Oh, someone just took it while I was reading it.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Really, really sorry. I didn't think it'd close your window.
It did. That's really surreal. I didn't know it would do that either. I suppose because because you know what happens is you actually when you actually drag an item to your inventory. Oh, you've done it!
Put it back so you could look at it.
I just opened it on your character sheet.
Okay, I'm not going to touch it until you tell me it's okay.
That's
Okay?
Yeah, that's fine. No, because obviously, because of the way Fantasy Grounds works, is when you take it out the party sheet, it destroys the party sheet object and creates a new version of it or in your. Do you know what I mean? So that's why
Yeah.
it logically vanishes. It doesn't actually copy it. Right, I'll do that. So at the end we can share. Okay, someone just put a Ring of Protection Minor in there. I take it that's because they've taken a Ring of Protection Major.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the Ring of
wouldn't they
Protection Major will
stack?
need No, they don't stack. It does say it doesn't stack with the protection power.
That's correct. But the major one gives +2 toughness instead of +2 armor.
Yes.
That's a big difference.
You might need to put that in, you know,
I'm putting that in now.
because I just noticed it's missing. This is the first. I noticed the effect is missing, so I'm adding that in. Okie dokie. Yeah. So the rod then nullifies. Okay, you've got to be holding the rod.
You've got to be holding the rod for it to work.
Yes. The rod then
Okay.
nullifies the spell effect and stores however many power points were actually used to cast it, so absorbing a power shorted for all its power points has no benefit. Okay. Absorption requires no action on the part of the user, and she can use the stored power points as she wishes thereafter. A rod absorption can absorb a maximum of 50 power points. The rod cannot be charged by any other means. The wielder always know the rod's remaining. Actually, you know, let me give that to you now. I'll be back in 1 second. I have to go.
Yes,
and-
so we've got the Ayut stones which act as a rob absorption. The only difference, I think they only store 15 points and then they quit on you. The advantage is you don't have to hold it though. So.
Yeah. You know what? I've not looked at how much.
Right, I'm probably going to regret this, but what exactly was the
Do you want to
file
really?
of
Do you want a really dodgy
Millie?
metagamey thingy that has just occurred to me?
Mm.
what?
You cast 25 of power points at yourself while holding the rod, so the rod absorbs the power points. And then you go rest for 5 hours. You get your 25 power points back, and you've got 25 power points stored in the rod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe that they didn't think it could be used that way.
Well, the really woolly thing, I was desperate to get an Ayut stone because I thought if somebody dies and he's reincarnated, somebody could cast a spell at me. I could absorb the power points and then cast reincarnation. It's not woolly enough, is it?
You know what? With the
Did it
Staff
add
of
it?
Mithril Might, I can't really use the rod because it's a two-handed staff.
Yeah, you can. You just tie the rod to the two-handed staff and hold them both at the same time.
I think the staff might not like that.
I would actually. The rod absorbs spells or spell-like abilities. Must be a single target directed at either the character holding. I think someone else has to cast the spells on you. Anyway, I think you've identified everything there, haven't you? Right. Let's move on.
Yeah, just I've got a question though. What's the vials of like
That's the stuff
melancholy?
That's the stuff we collected that we need for making the thingy-what's-it weapons.
Yeah,
Those
The-
are
the
four
four
humors that we collected from the stinky place.
Forge weapons, yes.
yeah. So that's 4 items from there, and then
Mm-hmm.
she gave you. It does give you a list. I mean, it's been hinted in our documents. I definitely remember there was a heavy clue when we were going through the Hall of Mirrors. That
I've
we should
got
take
the-
some glass.
I've got it here. Waters from the Pool of Elemental Arcana, Vial of Ithilion, one of the personal toys, shard from any of the mirrors Paraxis has looked in, ashes from anything in the halls of wrath, some of that delicious wine.
Got the wine and we've got the 4 humors.
Yeah.
So we need to go back to the Hall of Greed, the Hall of Envy, the Hall
Hall
of
of
Lust, Hall of
I
Pride.
don't think we've been to the Hall of Lust yet. You know,
I don't think we've been to the Hall of Lust. I don't remember Lust yet.
That
We-
was
we
done.
did it-
That
we
was
did
done.
encounter a load of succubi in the Hall of Envy. I think the one with the mirrors.
Right. That was just his love slaves. That wasn't actually the Hall of Lust.
Oh, then let's check out the last one we haven't, because then we might only know.
Yeah, if we do
Well,
the ones we haven't done
last
and then
two.
pick up what we're missing.
Yeah, there's 2 more to go through. All right, so next one then.
Now, Kev, I have a question for you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I have a scroll of keen edge. Basically, that gives the weapon that I casted on +2 armor piercing.
Yep.
Can I put that on my bow so that the arrows would be +2?
Enchantment. Keen. Probably. That's an interesting question. I don't know is the answer. Obviously, the way it used to work in old classic AD&D was if the bow was magical, then the arrows were magical. And I don't know. I assume it's the same in Pathfinder. So
Yeah, it's the same for the most part, but a lot of times with something like that, you have to cast it on a bundle of arrows. But this is good for 24 hours, so I'm going to go through a dozen arrows quick. So that's why I was wondering if it would be the bow for 24 hours, or if it would be just like a bunch of arrows, and I'd have to make sure I keep track of them.
yeah, but I mean, technically speaking, don't forget after you fire arrows, you at the end of the combat you get to roll for every arrow to see if you can recover it. So it's probably, I would say it's probably you need to cast it on the arrows, but there's no limit. Then again, I'll stuff it, cast it on the bow. It's easier, isn't it? It's much easier to cast it on the bow.
Yeah, quite. Quick and dirty arrows, just assume you get half of them back and you'd have to roll anything.
Yeah.
It saves time.
Well, no,
Unless it's a magical.
It's only
unless it's a magical arrow.
A magical arrow is the magic of an arrow is dispersed after you fire it, though, isn't it? He just comes back as a master.
Well, sometimes you get them back. There's a fiddly bit in a different rule set, but never mind. It's irrelevant. Yeah, I'd just say get half back, and then you'd have to faff about with rolling.
Well, actually, you only get 2/3 back because you have to roll a 5 or 6, don't you, to recover arrows?
Yeah, 2/3 then. That'd be ideal. Job done.
No, 2/3 lost, I think. Well, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Anyway, well, it might be 50-50, 4, 5, 6. I can't remember, and it doesn't matter right now. Right! Are you heading down this corridor that I said don't go past this line before, just because I want to get everyone together?
Yeah,
okay.
We're jumping past that line real quick.
You're jumping past that line real quick. Okay, as you jump past out that line real quick, something happens.
Sorry.
Okay, so that's what happens. A voice booms out, resounding command, stop. These are the abjurant halls of eager striving. Know that your powers will be crushed and you shall die. You are not worthy. So there you go.
Well, what's eager striving then?
I don't know, but in the meantime, I just need to do Dondrad. But
You need to do Dondrad?
But obviously the he's entering an area away from the statues, so I can turn that off.
Yeah, I just wondered what they called it the halls. What does that refer to?
The abjurant
In the
halls
sense
of
of-
eager striving.
So the eager striving. Maybe the mirrors. No, the mirrors must have been pride, and
Yeah, aye.
the lot that were all beating us up, that were all fightery type things. That must have been wrath.
Greed? I don't know.
No, I thought we had greed.
That says waters from the pool of elemental arcana. Do you remember a pool of elemental arcana?
No.
Oh no.
Neither do I. Maybe this is greed.
Yeah, that's the pool that we dipped the wands in and they glowed.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, right. Okay.
Right. Ah, yeah, that's a good call. Yeah.
Halls of Wrath?
No, we did the halls of wrath. That was where they're all like the fighter mages and the scary lady that I shot. I'm pretty sure we've not done lust. I think we've either got envy or greed left, but I don't know which one we've already done.
Envy says vial of Athelion ?
Oh well.
Oh, it could say vial of Athelions. It is a bit fonty.
Well, anyway, I don't know all that word that we're wittering on about us being not worthy, but they can bugger off, says Rannick, and carries on down the corridor.
Let's take that as a red. We're going.
Yeah, there's steps.
I was expecting something really dramatic with that tone of voice. Stare! My God!
Sorry, just because you all went by him again.
Will you shut up? Come on then, where's man behind curtain?
Okay. A wide staircase of stones descends into a large, partially caved-in chamber.
That's easy for you to say.
I clicked the wrong thing there. Let's turn that off. The murals and decorative bas-reliefs on the walls have been blasted and fractured of what must once have been a titanic war of magic.
Tell you what, I think some buggers had problems in here.
They broke
Humanoid
everything.
bones are scattered here and there, and flames sporadically flicker along the walls and floor, as if the room still resonates with power unleashed here.
Ashes from anything in the halls of wrath. This really does sound like the halls of wrath to me.
No, remember when we were fighting those fighter people and the ceiling was on fire? That's going to be. We have to burn something in that fire to get ashes.
Electrical discharges spark from a silver rod protruding from the floor in the centre of this room. It almost looks like the metal rod has fused with the stone floor.
I want to examine that.
I covered in metal standing right next to
this one, then, don't you, Kev?
Pardon?
Yeah. You totally need to sort out lighting effects here for things going along the walls and electrical sparks and stuff.
Well, I was just thinking in the middle of the room. You mean right there, like
there you go.
Feet, the guy covered with all the metal.
It says, "Well,
yes, exactly.
I've got gluttony -1, so
still got a double raise."
No, hang on. No, I've got gluttony -1 because I drank the wine. Never mind.
No, you've got gluttony -1 because whatever this is anti-gluttony.
Yeah, but I'm reckoning that because it's more who's done stuff that picks it up. So I'm obviously gluttonous because of my like of that wine. Can't think of anything else I've been gluttonous about.
I never drank the wine and I'm gluttony.
Maybe yours is armour, I don't know. But anyway, I've had a look at this rod with an occult roll of 13. What do I know?
Only thing I'm a glutton for is punishment. I stare around sparkle tits here.
It appears to be a rod of absorption.
A rod of absorption? Really?
Indeed.
It looks like it's absorbed plenty.
Well, if that's one of them absorby things, I think it's broke.
No, I think it's overloaded.
Well, that sounds bad. Let's try and be somewhere else when it explodes then.
It's humming.
Here, what's up this way?
Is it humming a constant hum, or is that hum increasing in pitch?
It's fairly constant at the moment.
Okay, good. Hang on, people are going in different directions here.
Okay, splitting the party time. Woohoo!
I'm going to go halfway
going away from the thing that's sparking and going buzz.
Buzz, everybody just went, I thought Chelsea was going to go and play with it for a second. Oh, sparkles.
Well, I wasn't, I was trying to avoid it. And everybody was going up in different directions, confused me.
Yeah, and unusually, me and Arena are stood in the middle thinking, who should we follow?
Well, I'm following Rannick, because otherwise he's going to get himself killed.
Like I said, bloody glutton for punishment, me.
Uh-oh.
Just winding you up.
Thanks.
I'll lead anyway, just
so you know, Kev, it worked.
I'd just like to point out the stonework is pants.
It is.
Is it? It looks like some bugger's blown it up a bit, doesn't it?
I know, but that's just not the way you stack masonry properly.
There's a proper way to stack masonry.
I would say, considering how long it's been standing here, it's not done too bad.
Okay. Decorative lanterns illuminate this otherwise mostly bare room. A tiled path in the granite flagstones leads from the entrance to... A tiled path in the granite flagstones leads from the entrance to 3 steps leading down to a mirrored surface.
Yeah, we got another mirror here.
No, that's water.
Why a mirrored floor? Isn't that a wee bit suspicious?
Yeah, maybe
Bert's
we're in
gonna
one of
pick
the
up one
anti-gravity areas again, and it's a mirrored ceiling.
Bert's going to pick up one of the rocks that he's standing next to and toss it out there onto that mirrored surface.
Why am I expecting a giant octopus? Oh yeah, I
Oh,
know.
don't say that. That means it's wet.
Okay. So I'm just
Mirrored
reading it to
floor,
see
that's
what
a bit
happens.
iffy.
Just reading to see how bad that is.
Oh, it's not bad at all. What are you talking about?
Okay, so you pick up one of the stones, you throw it into the middle of the mirrored surface. There's a sort of gloopy splash noise, and the rock disappears, and ripples
Told
go
you.
across the silver surface.
That be water.
Don't stick your hand in a viscous liquid.
Oh, what is it?
Are there
Maybe
any
it-
little...
I'm sorry, but I bagsy not finding it. So can we go the other way?
Maybe
Well, maybe this is that Athelian stuff.
that's what I was gonna say, but hey.
Sorry, that's coming from the other room, don't worry.
Well,
Well, if
gonna
this is
dig
that
another
Athelian
one
stuff,
of-
we need some of it.
Well, I dig another little glass bottle out of my pouch, and I go down to the steps so I can reach the pool without getting in the pool.
Mind you,
So-
if it's not, then what is it? And should you put anything in it?
Well, I'm gonna dip a glass bottle in it, and we'll find out, won't we? So I'm gonna dip a glass bottle in it.
Okay, you dip a
I'm
glass
going to hold
bottle.
her by the I'm going to grab her by her shirt tails if she does that.
You dip the flask into the liquid. It pours into the liquid. You do notice the liquid did go down, and the whole pool didn't percent. You did notice the whole pool, the mirrored surface, as it were. Once the ripples calmed down, it is lower now,
For a
which
little
seems
tiny
strange.
bottle like this,
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it?
Very.
well, I'm gonna look at my bottle and make sure it contains liquid, and then I'm gonna stick a stopper in it.
You look at the bottle and stick a stopper in it. Does anyone wish to do anything of a more?
I'm going to
Nice.
sniff the air to see if there's any odour to this liquid.
There is no
Did
odour to
anybody
the
bring-
liquid.
Did anybody bring a 10-foot pole? Because I want to know how deep it is.
I'm holding my staff very tightly and backing away.
I've got an 8-foot spear, but I don't think I should be poking it in there.
No.
You learnt your lesson, have you?
Do you want to add that vial that I just collected to the party sheet, Kevin? Because I can't do that.
Vial of mystery liquid.
Well, there are things people could try doing,
Yeah, okay.
Detect Arcana, or
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know what.
Oh, all right. I'll do.
I mean, you could do things. There's certain things you could do that only require dice rolls.
I'll turn on my magic sight.
Oh yeah, that liquid's magical.
Oh,
So what's-
it might be the magical pool of stuff. What?
Ethelon. Of the
Right,
land.
right. That's why
It
Joseph
could be
already
the
picked up
pool of
some.
elemental arcana. I think it's the pool of elemental arcana. You know.
Well, do you
Well,
want to
I've
try
got
an
the
occult roll?
vial. I've got the vial, so whatever it is, we got some of it.
Okay.
If you start going down
Are
that
you
other
sure?
corridor, I'm going to have to
What
look
elemental
tokens.
arcana thing? It was water.
Only
That's
because I can't
definitely
remember
not
what's
water.
down there.
This is waters from the pool of elemental arcana. I'm going to
Right,
crouch down and have a closer look at the liquid,
Okay.
and I'm going to risk touching it with a fingertip.
See,
Okey
the thing
dokey.
is, we might have to
Are you
train this
making
just to get
a
past.
certain skill roll to do anything while you do
Yeah, that one. I'm going to use a Benny on that because that was shit.
this?
Oh, come on.
And
Tell you what, I don't know what it is, but it bloody well isn't water.
Okay,
There we go.
there we go. Okie dokie.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So yeah, she gets +2, 6.
Okay, 6. Okay. This appears to be liquid. You're not sure what you should call it, really, but the best description you can come up with, it seems to be sort of liquid magical potentiality. Anyone who consumes a vial of this liquid, it would transfer the magical potentiality into them, basically making crafting of magical items easier. In game terms, it gives you a +2 bonus on a craft magic item.
Jelsa, I figured out what it is.
You want a couple gallons of that?
You got any more empty vials?
Oh yeah, I got more empty bottles.
In
You might want
addition,
to fill them.
in addition, you also determine you can use a flask of this liquid as a material component for an abjuration spell, granting you a +2 bonus to cast it.
I'm going to start pulling out all these little bottles, and I'm going to fill every one of them.
I'll help her.
How many bottles do you have? How many vials do you have?
She told me to take as many as I wanted, and I took like a dozen.
Okay, but you've already used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that means you've got 7 left. Okay, you have 7 vials of silver liquid.
One, so
That's taken the liquid down by over half, by the way. Almost 2/3, in fact.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I've got a mug, but I don't think you want that, do you?
We could go with empty wine bottles if we're that desperate, but I think for now we know where it is. We can come back.
This
Alright,
one
cool.
didn't take as long to get to as some of those hallways that were like
Kev?
super long.
Yes.
Can I mark where the water level is with something before I leave? Because I'm intending to come back here and I want to see if it alters while we're gone.
Okey-doke.
Thanks.
Okay. But you were exploring the other way. I just wanted to I didn't want to like dealing with 2 rooms at once. So if you wish to continue heading
No,
southwards,
you're fine. That's all the further I was going to go until they were done in there anyhow.
Okay. Oh, okay, right. That's fine.
Basically, we're standing guard in case something decides to come out of this hallway at us.
Okie
What's
dokie.
going on with the Sparky thing?
That's a very good question. It's humming quite loudly.
Right, well, hang on. If I
And
stand there,
sparking.
right, and everybody runs past,
Can't see this, Rod. Can anybody else? Am I missing something?
oh, went quiet.
It's not actually on the map, and what you're walking around is Dondrad's light.
Yeah, I know that, but
Okay, the humming increases and popping sounds occur, and suddenly it goes vroom like that. Literally, it flashes out and then disappears again.
I'm kind of hoping that it's going to go for me, so if everybody just hurry up and go past.
I need Arena, Dondrad, and Jelsa to make spirit rolls at -2, please.
I was waiting for that. Ouch. I'm bollocks.
The thing that Jelsa has practically the most of is pure.
Oh, John Drod bollocks. Well, you got your wish.
Okie dokie.
I'll bury mine for a laugh. It still
Oh,
fails.
that's me.
There you go.
I think I just got a lightning bolt at the air.
Okay.
Lightning bolt at the air.
I'd just like to point out after that the humming stops, the popping stopped, and basically it seems to be quite quiet. And as far as you can tell, nothing happened.
Well, nothing happened to Jelsa.
For those that
Yeah, so
found.
the reason why I loitered there is I wanted to get hit with it because I just did. I could take a hit for the team. But I wanted everybody to run past. I thought it was going to electrocute me. I thought, metal guy.
Why can't I see what I'm looking for here? Because I'm just...
I think it's going to zap all your magic out, or zap all my magic out, or both.
I think it drains power points.
Hang on. It takes magic away.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm just about to cast a spell before we get into the next room anyway, so we'll soon find out.
I think your PM's loading at the moment.
Yeah, I'm loading. Because I need to cast a spell anyway before we get anywhere.
Okay. Sorry, I was just sorting a few things out in the background there. Oh shit!
That sounds good, doesn't it? Anyway, as I was about to say, while the GM's loading, is anybody else fatigued? Or is it just me?
I'm not.
No, I'm fine.
There we go. That's better.
Thanks for asking, though. Nice of you to look out for us.
I'm going to cast Relief.
Okay.
And fail. So how do I cast the spell again?
Well, I thought you waved your arms around and went oogly boogly. That's what you usually do.
You're too tired to cast relief. That's, yeah.
That would be rather amusing, wouldn't it?
Tavis has just posited something that scares the living crap out of me, so I'm really hoping that's not what just happened.
What?
Well, I thought it was something that Rannick wouldn't think of, so I'm not going to say it. But I mentioned it to my dearly beloved wife.
Well,
Yeah.
you might as well mention it anyway, just for
Okay,
fun.
fine. Well, Arena might have thought that instead of zapping powers from people, it could zap powers from items, and if it does that, we could be in deep shit if it zaps the wrong item.
Well,
Yeah, I
would be
thought of that as
interesting.
well.
Okay.
Briefly.
Thick sheets of ooze line pools along the floor of this room, and the air carries an overwhelming stink of eye-watering mustard and vinegar.
Still nicer than the previous room.
Oh, we found another smelly one, have we?
Yeah, but I'd rather take mustard and vinegar than effluent.
I can unlock tokens again, it's easier. I only
No,
lock
it's
tokens
all
to
right.
pick.
I'm leaving. I've had enough of smells. See ya.
Okay. I think Rannick's having a moment.
Okay.
I thought we all said we weren't going anywhere smelly again.
Don't remember that, Rannick!
We weren't going
Yeah.
back in that one.
Okay, right. I'm just going to pause it there because Dondres just waded into the room of ooze.
Oh, wait a minute. Is it oozy as in water, or is it thingy? Because I would not wade into the oozy because I don't know how deep it
Big
is.
sheets of ooze line pools along the floor of the room, and the air carries an overwhelming, eye-watering stink of mustard and vinegar. The eye-watering stink of
I can't step in a pool because it's a hindrance. I'll do everything except step in a pool.
The eye-watering stink, the overwhelming eye-watering stink of mustard and vinegar basically doesn't like the fact you trod on it, and it attacks you.
Oh, right, it's one of them. Right, okay. It came at me.
Fine.
He's right. It was out to get him.
Can I have a notice check from you, please, Mr. Don of the Drad?
Probably not.
Jelly.
Okay,
Nah, nothing to see here.
I'm afraid you don't realise it, so I'm going to say it gets a surprise attack on you as you tread on it. It critically fails. Whoa, there we go. Yeah, okay. It critically fails. I'm not entirely sure how you make a mustard vulnerable or distracted, but we'll make it vulnerable anyway. I'm not entirely sure what happens there,
Well,
but
presumably it's having a little bit of difficulty forming because I've just stood on its head by accident. Sorry.
Quite possibly. Arena, you are up.
Okay. I think
We
for
have
now I'm going home. I can't really get past Bert and Schnooks, can I? Oh, why can't it let me put myself in hole?
And Radic, you're too far away, so I'm going to assume that until you hear anyone cry out in anything, you won't come back, as it were. So,
Yeah,
Chelsea,
that
you're up.
makes sense.
So he's fighting with something.
Oh, apparently the bennies must flow, according to Jimmy Walker.
Thank
The
you.
floor just attacked him.
He's being attacked by a mustard bogey.
Indeed.
Well, Joseph's gonna step around the corner to see what the hell's going on.
It's getting bigger.
Well, I wanted it to look a little more impressive. But it shrunk again, so it doesn't matter.
And I'm going to. Oh, that I can see the mustard jelly as opposed to just.
They are the
ooze.
worst type
What
of
exactly
bogey.
am I seeing?
Well, pretty much like. Have you seen the Orville? It looks like Yaffid with tentacles.
Oh, yuck. So I'm going to pull out a wand and just close my eyes and take a shot. Got some stuff.
Wow.
Yes, now
Why
you
do I
know
never
why
get
I
those
toned
great
down
rolls
doing
on
superpowers.
damage?
I did the first one, it was painful, and I didn't have SW Maker, so I had to do it all by hand. I lost the will to live, so I do feel sorry for you, but I did lose the will to live.
Oh,
Okay,
hell, the
so
benny go.
So you hit with a raise, and you successfully cast your. You whip out your wand of bolt, and it doesn't seem to have any effect at all on the jelly.
And I sigh, well, I'm going back to make sure Rannoch don't get himself killed. See you guys. And I leave.
Danielson leaves. Okay, Dodgad, you're up.
So, let me see. Apart from doing that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to back up a wee bit. I'm not actually going to move away from it, but we're just going to dance around it a wee bit. And then we will... I don't even know if this works, but... let's try and chop it up.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
This thing.
I'm not sure if that's a typo on my part, a typo in the original adventure, so I'm going to have a look at the What's that to do with this monster? Okay. Let's go. Oh. 12-inch radius, 12-foot radius area? No, is that going to be 12 inches or 2 inches? It's an interesting one. We'll have to look that up.
2 inches, I would believe.
Yeah, because I wonder if it was a typo in when they didn't convert it over properly, because it says a 12-foot radius area, which I assume.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it's maybe 2 inches.
2 inches, yeah.
Okie dokie. So in that case, I'm going to do two things. First things first, I'm going to play the sound effect for what happens next when I've got this annoyances. So first things first, I'm going to do this. Sounded pleasant, didn't it?
So what? The goo farts on Dondrad's foot or something?
No,
Okay.
I think it's like a case of he slimed me.
I thought you bit your foot off, but you know.
It divides itself.
It's split into two. It's done that cell divide thing.
It has indeed. So that's the first thing it does. Then what this does is we'll do a 2-inch round it. So Dondred, you get to make a figure roll, please.
I see now why it's called mustard. It's obviously the Spice Girls next hit when one becomes two.
So you get to make a vigor roll, Mr. Don of the Dread, at -1.
Thank you.
-1.
Mhm. It's a poison.
Why
It's a
the- why
poison
the
effect
vigor
because
roll?
you're a dwarf, aren't you? You're inside its
Yes.
air poison cloud.
Right,
Mustard gas.
Yeah,
So
mustard
we're
gas.
just going to do a straight vigor roll, I think. Is that right?
Okay. Because you get, as a dwarf, you get a modifier to against poison.
plus
don't you?
1.
Yeah, exactly. So for you, okay.
It's I think we're going to Benny that for a laugh.
Okie dokie.
Oh,
Okay, no problem
Well,
at
you
all.
still get a +1, so that's a success.
No, it's a -1 anyway.
no, it's a -1 anyway.
He gets a
It cancels
+1
it
because he's a dwarf. So
Right.
the net,
So a 5 - 1 would be 4.
but it's a 5 -3, but he gets +1.
So it's -2 overall.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. That's an interesting thing because it doesn't say. It's slowed. Okay. It doesn't say it's slowed with a raise. So basically, Dondrad is hit with is basically half movement. But it doesn't say it's a raise, so moving is not an action. You'll be pleased to know. In the meantime, this mustard jelly's going to come over here. And you get to Birch. You get to make a vigor roll with a -1 modifier. So you're okay. I just forgot. Actually. Oh, splitting
I thought
was
that
it?
was a pair of 1s.
Then this mustard jelly bashes at you and misses. Okay. What I do need to do, and that's what I was trying to remember, I need to go look up something, which is Savage Ones. Oh, come on, list of undocumented features in the rule set, because that will take me to the effects page, because I always get this wrong. Bingo. There we go. I just need to, it does have an effect, because it has split, it does have an effect on it. Okay, Bert, you're up.
Okay, it decided to come up to me, so I'm going to whip out my fanged falchion and cut the mustard.
Go for it.
I think I'll Benny that, since it is much better.
That's a hit with a raise. Two wounds upon the mustard jelly. Well, I'm going to try soaking that just for once. It takes a wound. What Schnook's going to do?
Schnook's
Are you
trying
staying
to figure out
there,
how he's
Bert,
gonna
or are you moving?
cast.
Because the only reason I ask is Schnooks moves in, of course, he will enter the toxic cloud.
Yeah. I think Schnooks is going to go ahead and make an athletics roll to kind of bounce over and get to there.
Okie dokie. Okay,
So there's the athletics roll.
that does sound like a pounce to me.
There's the vigor roll. Okay, he'll be slow. Yes, that is a pounce.
Sorry. You should have the gluttony ability penalty, not Schnooks.
Oops, forgot to target.
I'm trying to request the interrupt. It's not letting me.
Okie dokie. Schnooks has 3 bennies, don't forget. It's not letting you...
Yeah, let's go ahead and spend one. Let's go ahead and spend one.
It's not letting you request interrupt because I don't think you actually did put yourself on hold, if that makes sense.
It wouldn't let me do that either. I've not got the controls on the combat tracker I usually have.
No, that's because you've been GMing lately. When to put yourself on hold, you double-click on the Queen of Diamonds, and to come off it, you double-click on the Queen of Diamonds.
Okay, now I've just been dealt.
Oh, that's because someone ended the turn and it spun the combat tracker on. So I'll let you have your go for last round, and then you can have your action. Then we'll deal with this round.
Thank you very much, most appreciated. Obviously, I'm getting confused. I've moved forward with my reach weapon. I can attack it through. I can actually reach it now.
That's the hit. Oh, for crying out loud. Woo! I just used the Benny to get a card lower than the card I had.
Congratulations.
Wow.
I'm afraid it didn't seem to care too much for that.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Would I need a vigor roll for the cloud?
No, because you're using reach, you're just out of sight of it at the moment. That's interesting.
Well,
Double click on your action card. No, I don't know. I've never been a player for so long. I can't remember how to go on hold it as a player. Rannick, you are up. There does seem to be some noise coming from down there, and Jelsa's stomped off moaning about something.
What's going on, Sparkle Tits? Too smelly for you then? I'm sure you said we weren't going anywhere smelly
I
again.
think they need your help.
Oh, bugger. All right.
Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Did you guys pick alignment when we started? Because you're meant to.
I don't
I
remember
did,
it being out.
Did we pick a what?
Alignment. Because you're meant
If you look
to.
at my character sheet, it has my alignment on the main page.
I don't remember being asked.
I don't think mine's recorded, but I definitely do have one.
Yeah.
Are we talking like lawful good kind of alignment here?
Except
it's
it's good or neutral in Savage Pathfinder.
Okay, fine.
Well, Jalsa by nature is obviously chaotic neutral.
So just make a note if you're good or neutral.
Definitely chaotic neutral. No.
So there's no one in the party good, is what I'm asking.
I think I
No,
probably
Bird
am.
is good. Bird is
But I was
good.
thinking about
Okay.
it. Yeah, I'll put me as good.
Okay. The only reason I ask is because these creatures. The only reason I ask is because I forgot to notice earlier. Because it's a fiendish mustard jelly, it does get to re-roll failed attacks against good creatures.
Okay.
But that's okay.
I don't
Right.
think anything defines Jalsa as a good creature. She's not bad.
No, you're definitely neutral, Jelsa.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, Rannick, you got to there. Is that all you can do? I assume.
That's as far as I can get.
Unless you run, of
All right,
course.
what's going on?
Oh no,
Have
you
you
did
need
run.
help
I
then?
didn't notice. I didn't notice that. I'll let you end your turn because that way it's much safer and doesn't cause problems. Irina, you're up.
Let's see if I can poke it harder this time.
And you poke it harder. That's the question.
Apparently not. No, I will Benny that, as Bennies appear to have been flowing quite well. Oh well, never mind.
No problem. Seeing as you're having problems with your cards, I shall move on to Bert.
Okay, let's go ahead and whack this mustard again.
You get to make a vigor roll as well on its action, not your action. So you're okay. Carry on.
Okay. Where to go?
Actually, it doesn't say, but it's easy to do it on its action. That's a miss. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that's a hit.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently, double clicking on the action card puts you on hold and takes you off hold if you're a player. I did not know that. Nox is already slowed, so that's okay. Oh, that's a hit on the fiended mustard jelly. Ooh.
Yeah, just batting it around.
Indeed. Well, the problem. What it is basically you're hitting it and you're just boinging it off. You know, it's just sitting there wobbling like a jelly because it is. Chelsea, you're up.
I'm gonna sigh and I'm gonna go back past Rannick. Once I get up there and see what I can see. The wand didn't work so good. Let me try this.
That's nasty.
And I'll spend the extra point for selecting. And
Okay.
I think I can spend extra points for extra damage. I will spend that.
Okie dokie.
And you'll need to target them for me because with all that crap in my way, it'll all screw up the target.
Yep, there you go. Ah, he was targeted, but you suddenly cleared your targets.
Go ahead and retarget them. Or here.
There you go.
I got so much stuff here now. That's not with a raise? Damn it.
Right not. You rolled a 7. Okay, the first one is unaffected. The
I'm
second
gonna
one.
reroll the damage on the first one.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I'm not adding the extra damage dice because I paid for the extra. Brain isn't caught up to the rest of me yet today, so I need to roll a d6 on each of those.
Yeah, go on then. I'll let you roll. I'm nice like that.
You want me to roll the whole thing over again? Or
No, just roll an extra. Just roll a d6. You get to roll 3 6-sided dice, one after the other.
So twice more.
3 times more. Yeah. Okay, 5. So that's that. Okay, and then you rolled
15
another
at the minute.
5. So that's that. And that's okay. That's it. Okay.
15.
Yes. Modified results, no effect.
Okay, well, I'm gonna, go sit back here on a rock and go, well, that's all I can do, Rannick. It's all up to you now.
All right, I'll do what I can.
Oh god, he's meant to be on hold. Okay, the fiendish jelly is obviously going to bash at Bert. Hang on, I just need to untag Jelsa. The fiendish jelly is going to bash for Bert. I don't think he'll need his free reroll by the looks of things. Bert is bashed for. Look, it was neutral because he's an animal, so that's okay. I think Bert really got bashed there.
Well, dang.
I think it was an uppercut. It catches you with an uppercut, I'm afraid, Bert. Well, in fact, ooze slam connects. Here we go. Are you happy with a soak of a fall?
I think I've got something that'll let me soak some more, but let me check. I thought I saw something earlier. Oh, shush. No, I guess I'll just spend another Benny on it.
Okay.
Any Aegis notification or something?
Okay, I guess I'm taking 2.
I get the impression that Bert's getting lifted off the ground by that punch.
Oof.
Okay, Don of the Dread. I get to bash you next, Mr. Neutral. So I don't get to re-roll if I miss, which I do. And you're up.
Well, I'm basically good except for my fusion, like kill everybody and let God sort them out.
Well, it depends on the alignment of your deity, actually, doesn't it, really?
No, he's chaotic. War doesn't matter.
Yeah. What are you going to do, sir?
I'm actually going to go to there. And then attack. Oh no, not that far away. Even not that far away.
There you go. Oh, these things. Okay, before it split in half, it was 7 feet tall. Let me know, that's a big jelly.
That is a very big jelly.
Right, let's see if we can cut the mustard with this. Right, dice are obviously broken, aren't they?
Okay, new round it is. Let's see what we get this time. Okay, the Fiended Mustard Jelly goes first. It is going to take a multi-action penalty and bash Dondrad twice.
I thought it would have had tentacles.
No, just a pseudopod. It extends. Ooh, well, this thing here, it hits, doesn't it? 2 wounds upon Don of the Dread.
And it's not got real pods, it's just got pseudo ones.
Indeed.
Righty-ho, so 2
it's one.
wounds.
Yeah, yeah. It's
so
acidic
that'll
damage,
do.
so it's obviously damaging your armor with every blow.
So let's try a vigor roll on it.
Okay.
So let's Benny that. Vigor.
Ooh, look at that.
So yeah, the magical armor stops it.
Indeed, your magical armor protects you. It is slightly tarnished from the acid, though. Rannick, you're up.
It can't be. My armor cannot be tarnished because I'm wearing the gauntlet of the rust monster, so it doesn't
Oh
rust.
yes, of course, yes. I'd forgotten that. Rannick, you're up.
Alright, Vanek steps in like, bloody hell! What the hell are we fighting? How am I supposed to get that with a oh, I'll just stab it, I suppose. What bloody hell have you lot found?
Can't do worse than the rest of us are, Rannick.
Oh, don't tempt me.
That wasn't a challenge.
Oh, how annoying!
I will stir it around a bit with the end of my spear.
you don't want to use one of your numerous bennies compared to the rest of the party?
Not yet.
No problem. Chelsea, you're up.
Okay, well this time I'm gonna go. Rannick, I'm climbing up on your shoulders and I'm gonna scramble up his back and sit on his shoulders. I won't touch your ears. And I'm gonna try this again, and I'm gonna target them both with the fireworks, and again the extra for selective and the extra damage.
-4, -6 damage for arcane resistance and fire resistance. I haven't got the heart to
It
tell.
is. It's my bloody hair I'm worried about.
So that just the die just have a
I'm
go there,
benning
did
it
I?
at one time because this. That's better. Oh, that was confusion. Every time I do that, I'll correct that and do it with the spark. Fireworks.
Oh.
Okay, so well, it's the same dice, so it's a hit with a raise on the 16, so that's okay. So let me just manually do the hit with the raises on the 16. It doesn't matter that it says confusion. It's the, you know what I mean. Okay, roll the damage.
Remember, I paid the extra for the extra. This time I remembered to put the dice. Damn,
Okay.
these things don't want to burn. I hit both of them, right?
Yep, so you get to roll for the second one.
And I slide back down to the floor. Hope I didn't mess up your hair, Rannick.
No bother that you burnt it off.
Arena,
sorry,
you're up.
I had a go after Runnick, didn't I?
Yeah, I don't know how it missed you. Sorry, someone must have double-clicked end turn or something that made you miss your turn. Because I certainly didn't move it.
Because I wasn't sure whether or not to roll spirit.
Well, check your
Spirit
turn now.
saving throw.
Well, you might as well go
Right,
now,
okay,
Mr.
no.
Donald.
All right, okay. Super confused. Right, so
Me too.
so all I was going to do was that. It's not going to affect anything. Oh, actually hit. Oh, well, I take it back.
Roll the damage. Come on, you can get through these things. That's a shaken.
And then a spirit check, and then I am done. I think I've just rolled damage, didn't I? Nope, spirit.
Sorry, that's spirit
made
to
it-
shake up. No, you don't need to make spirit checks to get rid of the sloth. You're basically, once you fail it, you're halved until you're away from it. Sorry.
Good. Take that, Chelsea thing.
Okay. Back in a sec, guys.
Ooh, that'll good. That's good. That's 2 shakings.
Yeah. Probably the best of them.
I'm going to the garage and see what we can do.
Crying out loud.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. While you were waiting, I doodled and put in something in Discord.
No worries. Okay, where were we? Oh dear, what did Schnockums do?
Well, first of all, you've received a second shaking. So, are you wounded?
No, different mustard. And then Schnooks makes him vulnerable. Okie dokie.
Bert remained shaken and Snooks fumbled, so.
Okay, thanks very much. I'll just try to keep hearing out. Yeah, no, sorry. Apparently, wife was just leaving and someone saw someone heading down behind the houses, so obviously went to have a listen. But they've been very quiet. So anyway, fiendish mustard jelly number 2 and shakes, and we'll get to bash. I was going to have to bash Bert, isn't it? Because Bert's the only one there, which he misses and tries again. And misses. New round. I'm looking at what it is. Who's up? It's me first, isn't it? Sorry. I'm distracted. Trying to listen to him. Trying to break into my house. Okay, I'm going to bash Dondrad. And miss. Chelsea, you're up.
This time I'm just going to squeeze up past them because my spells aren't working. I hate this place. I'm going to pull my wand back out and try that again on the closest one. Tuck the wand back in my pouch, in my little wand quiver, because a 5 for whatever reason missed.
It does indeed. Afraid so.
And then I'm going to back up and go, this is an awful place, Rannick. I am so useless here. Don't say it, Rannick. I will kick you.
Oh,
All right. I won't say you're not useless then.
Oh, that's not what I was going to say. I won't kick you for that.
Well, you told me not to say it now, so I'm not gonna.
Well, now you already said it, so.
Oh, damn, it's a new round. I meant to give you
I
all
weren't
Benny's
going to
last
say
round
it, so
for
I
good
didn't.
roleplay.
Yeah, so they seem to be resistant to magic for some reason because you're blatting the hell out of it and scaring me with spells and nothing's happening.
Maybe you guys should toss out some dispels out there.
What's good to cut through mustard?
We haven't got any cream.
Maybe we got something we can harden it with. I heard that mustard makes really good plaster.
Anybody got any milk?
Ew.
So I take it this is actually orchard jelly that's eating mustard.
Waiting for Chelsea to end a turn.
Which is a thing.
Okay, so
That's probably where the poison is coming from.
Serena's swung and hit and left it unturned. So that brings us down to the fiendish mustard. I'm very confused there. Right here, bash Bert and hit, doing naffle. Radic, your boost fighting's about to expire. That doesn't seem right. I'm sure that's because it defaults to 1. It should actually be on 4 now, shouldn't it? Oh,
Yeah, sure.
there you go.
Oh.
Over to you.
Didn't it skip Arena's turn?
No, I did it while we were waiting for Jazz Senton, and it was
Okay.
pretty ineffectual. My go was just that bad.
All right, I'll just try and hit it really hard then. It's got to have some vulnerable bits somewhere. What the hell's vulnerable in a pile of mustard? Oh, I suppose that bit'll do.
Shook it.
Oh,
Well,
it's right there.
I stirred it up a bit, I suppose.
Dondrad, you're up. Maybe I should split them again, because if I split them again, then they'll be easier to take out.
Right, okay, doke.
See, I have something that I think it'd work, but then I'd probably fry Dondrad too, and you don't want me to do that. I got this necklace of fireball. Hey, should I toss a fireball in there, Dondrad? You wouldn't mind? Oh, no, Snookums is down there. Never mind.
Oh, I might burn the mustard off.
Well, that was my thought, but it also might burn off Snookums and Dondrad, and that's not,
No, that wouldn't be
Leave
so good.
Snookums alone.
You can't cover them in... Whatever you do, don't cover them in mustard and fry them up.
Snookums is not a pork chop.
That's a wound from Dondrad.
Now I'm offended because I love Snookums.
Yeah, I've kind of lost the plot at this stage because I'm going wild with it.
Okie dokie.
Let's try and whip it up like a couple of eggs.
Well, you've wounded it. Yeah, your sword slices through it there. It's slowly sort of merging back together, but it's looking in a bad way. And no one's ending their turn today, so I don't know what to do. But
I would have ended mine, but mine hadn't started, so I couldn't end it.
I know.
Everybody seems so well focused today.
Okay, so Bert is going to drink a potion of major healing.
Which heals 2 wounds as an action.
And then he's also going to take a swing at this thing.
Which will be a multi-action.
Missed terribly.
Missed terribly, unless you want to Benny it.
No. Schnooks is going to attack.
Okay.
And kind of bat it around a little bit.
New round. With Arena going first.
Okay. I'm going to... Oh, no, I don't look at her face doing anything. Then... Oh, you know what? I'm going to try casting a spell, just to see if I actually can cast anything at the moment. I'm going to try... I can't remember which one it is. Is it Blast or Bolt that's the one with the... not the... Oh, God, I'm talking in complete rubbish here. Circle template, not the pointy template. I'm sorry, I've lost the brain. I cannot word.
Blast is the non-cone template. Burst is the cone template.
Right, okay. I think I will try Blast. Selective. I won't put anything else on it this time round.
I think you should pay an extra power point to change the trapping to an explosion of milk.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to change it to that, but if I could, then that would be awesome. Yeah.
What is your standard trapping for your blast power?
It's one that I can cast with a Benny, so I don't have a standard
Oh,
trapping
so it's
for
probably
it.
a fireball then, isn't it?
In all likelihood, yes.
Yes. I think you can still modify it though, can't you?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you can still
I
do
think-
any modifiers to it.
Yeah, you can
I
spend
think
one
if you
extra
use it,
power
like-
point to
I think
alter
if you
its
use-
trapping.
In that case,
Yeah.
can I please make it an alkaline solution? Like bicarbonate of soda and water? Or whatever the equivalent is. Something that's not acidic, something that's definitely alkaline. And
Think of a
liquid.
logical reason why not.
Right, I'll do that. Assuming that it works, that's what I'm going to try and do.
Quick line.
I think if you use electricity, they split up.
I'm Bennying that.
Not that I understand jellies, but I understand what they've eaten that's ended
That's a
up
hit.
making
Well, I
them what
remember
they
that
are.
the smell was mustard and vinegar, which means they're acidic, so I'm hoping that something alkaline will damage them more. Anything?
Nothing there. Do you want to roll for the second one?
Even a fizzy reaction? Anything?
Nothing at all, I'm afraid.
Does it
God,
even
these things
smell
are annoyingly
less?
tough.
Ah,
These are
Okay.
annoyingly tough little so-and-sos, aren't they?
yeah, they are.
Yes, I might have to tweak that.
Okay.
But the spell itself did go off.
The spell went off, it just didn't appear to affect them.
Okay.
And what was the trapping you used on that?
Alkaline liquid, so
Quick line.
quicklime, yeah.
Probably just didn't splatter enough. Because you were being selective, I think, because you were too selective, I think is the obvious answer.
Maybe.
Rannick, you're up.
All right. If in doubt, it's it twice as hard and twice as fast.
Okie dokie. A frenzied stirring attack with a spear. So that's a hit and a hit. Oh, 2 hits with raises. Go for it.
Yeah.
I'll put the sound effects back on. I can't hear anything outside. That's got to be the best attack roll ever and the worst damage roll ever.
I'll Benny that one because it was that bad.
Okay, 2 wounds from that attack.
You know what I'm going to do next time? Frozen cream. Then I'm going to have
That.
jelly and ice cream.
Splat. I should have changed that. I need to change the. I need to change them. They should have yellow ichor, shouldn't they?
Definitely.
Mustard jelly defeated marker. Wrong colour.
Somebody
Rannick picks it up with the end of his spear and spreads it all over the walls.
Lovely.
Right. One down.
Hey.
Come on,
Well,
Sparkle Tits. You can do something.
Well, the only wand I've had lately that worked has been this one, so let me try this. Probably won't do nothing.
That's a double negative, that is. I know that means it's going to do something.
Well, I targeted him and it didn't target him, so is that a success or not?
That is a 6 would work. Yes.
Okay, so that would lower his vigor 1 die type.
So what did that actually do, Sparkle Tits?
Well, it kind of, makes him kind of drowsy and easier to deal with. And
It makes him
Oh,
squishier.
and then you guys all watch as that wand just kind of crumbles into dust in my hand because that was the last charge on it. And then I scramble through my little wand pouch and go, but don't worry, I got another one of them.
Right,
And I
okay.
do.
Basically, what that does is it makes it squishier.
Yeah, it makes it
Yes.
squishier.
It does look a little more squishy, it has to be said. And when you end your
Right,
turn,
so it's
Dondred
easier
will
to
finish
stretch.
it.
Gotcha.
Now my new wand has 12 charges, Kevin. And by the way, I've been keeping track of them. If I put them in my spell sheet, they have an X next to them. If I've never put the X next to them, I haven't used them yet. And when they crumble to dust, I delete them out of my inventory altogether. So
Absolutely.
otherwise, I would never keep track of all these flipping wands.
I know.
Wonderful bookkeeper.
Yeah,
Everyone's
she's
waiting.
playing a little bit papers and paychecks.
In the meantime, Dondred's waiting for his go, but he can't go yet.
No.
No.
Oh, it's
'Cause
not
I'm not moving it, because as soon as I move it, she'll move it, and then Dondred skips his go. So we'll all just sit here waiting patiently.
Until Jelsa clicks the button, you mean?
Indeed.
I love the fact-
Can you tell Stunty it's all right for him to go?
Have you seen those Beaver Dirt Leagues stuff where they do that sort of thing and all standing there waiting for their go to attack? Anyway,
Yeah.
Dondred, you're up. I just pictured that, Dondred standing there rocking backwards and forwards waiting to attack.
Yeah, well, actually, to be perfectly honest, when she says she's going to throw fireballs, did anybody else think about beards? It was only me, wasn't it? Yeah, enough.
I just soaked you with an alkaline solution. You couldn't have caught fire.
Go on, Mr. Dondred, put down this last fiendish mustard jelly.
Right. Right, come on. Get it up, you.
Beg your pardon.
Oh, fuck.
I have never seen such terrible damage dice
Right,
rolled.
right.
by
Have it
today.
that and take that and get that up, you.
Kind of universal, this game. It's like,
Yes, it is indeed. Right, congratulations.
where's the Benny God? I haven't heard the Benny God speak in a while.
Well, indeed.
Well, I don't know. The Benny Scott spoke in Discord and nothing happened.
Well, that's because I
we
don't
were
check
waiting to see there was
Discord.
a pause.
Oh,
Well,
no,
you
I'm
should-
sorry. I do have to give a Benny for that in Discord. I do like that. Having Yaffin in out saying the Bennies must flow is a nice touch. I like that. Congratulations. You have defeated. Right, that means I get to put this sound effect back on.
I wonder if this is Ithillium. Or whatever that stuff was we hadn't collected yet.
Can I have a
I'm
notice
pretty
check,
sure that's
please?
not water. I'm not entirely sure what sentient mustard is, but
And the one that's supposed to be the Hong of Envious, it doesn't say it's water. It says a vial of
Thinking I'm talking to
Ithillian.
myself
It
here.
has no clue as to what Ithillian might be.
no, I don't
Could
think
be
it's an
sand.
attachment.
It does say vial of the waters of Ithillium.
On
No,
mine,
no,
it
it just is the vial of Ithillian. It wants the waters of magic stuff.
Ah, yes, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
Wow, so many bugs today.
I
Yeah,
have
so
no
these must be.
idea what Ithillian is. Unless one of you occulty types can do some kind of magic thing that'll tell you if it's Ithillian.
What's affiliated that stuff? So I take it there's no way south. It just really is blocked, isn't it?
It is. Well,
I've given up
it
waiting
appears
and
to be.
walking through it.
Well, you know what
Well,
this means,
all you
don't you?
found in here was a bunch of attack mustard.
Apparently.
No, I think what it was, it was something like a nuts jelly
I
that's
didn't even notice me
dissolved
telling them to make a
or
notice
mustard
check. So
mould.
I don't think they make their notice
Hence the
check.
poison.
There is only some
Mustard
only some
mould
treasures
causes
there.
respiratory
I mean, potions, so
illness,
I
as
wouldn't
anybody
worry
would
about
brought up in the mine would know.
Well,
Oh,
I didn't grow up in the mine.
never mind.
No, I never mined. Not once. I think Dondrad might have mined, though. Have you
By
mined,
the way,
Stunty?
what? You what?
Do you mine?
I don't mind. Do you mind?
Well, you're an elf. I didn't think you mined. Gnomes are small like dwarves. Have you minded, Gelsa? Do you mind?
What's this attack of the seagulls?
Mine.
Oh, don't get me started on seagulls. Have you ever been down by the water at Sandpoint? The bastards are everywhere. They'll steal a sandwich right out your hand. They will. You know what? I think we're done here.
That was really kind of frighteningly short.
Do we want to scoop some of that stuff up and take it with us just in case it's one of the things that...
What, the mustard goo? Hell no.
If you want to collect the mustard goo, you feel free. I'm checking out next tunnel.
I don't know. I've
Oh,
not
what's
a
down here
scooping.
then?
Hang on, wait a minute. Oh, Stumblefoot's buggered off. Chelsea!
Where did we go?
What?
Stumblefoot's
Where'd they go?
stumbling.
He's going to be sniffing as he goes down this corridor to see if there's anything stinky down this way.
Where'd they go?
He's wandering down number 7.
I'm not seeing a way into where they are.
I think it was back through the main chamber.
Why,
Yeah,
Minnie? Granny?
Look. Yo!
And I activate the little mind link thing and scream in his ear. Literally scream.
Rannick hits the ceiling.
Bugger! What was that?
You keep running off. You're gonna
I were not running, I were walking.
I'm not going back and telling Amiko that you went and got yourself killed.
Well, no, because I won't get myself killed. I weren't running, I were walking.
Sure you won't. Keep running ahead without knowing what's there. That's all.
I need to get rid of that. 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 And I need to get rid of that. Then I need to go and look at this list here because we're now going for that. Oh, you're kidding me, really? Oh, forget it. I can't be bothered. I cannot. I'm not going to. No. I've just removed those -1 traits from all of you. I need to find out. I need to turn them back on again. So I've lost the will to live already. But I'm not going to worry too much about that. Okay, it's a long corridor, this one, heading down, and obviously due to the Gargaxian physics of the area, when you finally get to the other end of the corridor, instead of running south east, you'll suddenly find yourself walking west, which is very strange, isn't it?
Really?
Indeed.
They've obviously got too many library books.
What I need to do is I need to go into GM mode. I need to
Obviously, it's an L space phenomenon.
turn off the lighting, turn that on.
No.
Make sure that that's all there. That's looking.
Phenomenon.
That's looking good. I'm going to check that map out later. I'm not convinced that's the way. Oh, I see why they've done it that way. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. What I need to do is I need to go to grid. I need to do that. I need to take it down to 1, which is fine. Go back to there. And I turn off grid snap, and we're fine. And then, yeah, There we go. So then I shall put Arena on the map and Rannick on the map. Rannick was in the lead, and we'll put Jalsa on the map at the back there. We'll put Dondred somewhere in between because I'm not sure where he was. We'll put Bert Stuckums like so. And Amber can go there. Okay.
Okay, so what?
Bigger. Ooh, freaky laugh.
Okay, so at the end,
Is that
Rannick, as you walk down this
flashy?
corridor, as you walk down the corridor there,
We're lost, aren't we?
okay, that's interesting. Well, they're really going straight for that, are they? Okay, this grand cathedral can be called. This grand cathedral can be called nothing less than opulent. The floor is covered in polished red and white tiles. Thick pillars carved into likenesses of the same beautiful nude woman with long flowing hair circle the room.
Yep.
Oh, hang on. That's you.
Technically, they're caryatids.
Did you just caryatid?
Yes, a carved pillar carved into the form of a being that's holding up the ceiling is a caryatid.
It is.
Oh, a caryative. Not a caryatit.
Yeah, because the monster was called the carotid column, wasn't it? A nude woman with long flowing hair and supporting a 90-foot high domed ceiling where the gargantuan mural depicts men and women engaged in all matter of carnal acts.
Numerous
Right,
pots of
I
fingers
think
with
we've
over
just
his eyes.
found the Hall of Lust, guys.
Can't fight like that, Rannick. You need to see where you're going.
Numerous plain 10-foot by 10-foot cubes line the outer ring of the cathedral, while at its centre stands a pavilion of opaque silk sheets. Near the walls of the cathedral stand several delicate-looking gauges, their sides more decorative than practical. Some of them contain what appear to be long-dead bodies, though one body in the cage in the chamber's northern corner seems to be clinging to life.
Bloody bastard! Buggering statues, says Rannick, clamping his hand over his face.
No, the murals
And
are buggering, not the statues. I point at a couple engaged in the act of buggering.
Oh, bugger. I'm not sure I should be going in here.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm kind of wandering off north to see if they're actually still alive.
It's okay. As Dondra starts striding purposefully across, the floor, and the rest of you are sort of entering.
Looking around.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the artwork personally.
I mean, I can heal from here, but I'd want to know exactly who I'm healing, or what I'm healing.
I'm not sure I should be looking at this kind of thing. It's kind of rude.
You're a grown-up, Rannick.
Oh, there's
You're
no
not a
kind of
child.
to it. Some of those acts are very rude.
Aye.
But
Mrs.
rude
Brown
is
would not approve.
Okay, as you step out into the sort of out of the tunnel into the cathedral, you then realise that something's gone very funky.
Well, a disco ball has appeared, and there's a bit of wah guitar.
Oh no! The encounter's broken. Jeepers creepers! A mess today. I've got the wrong monster in the encounter. I mean monster. I don't mean monster. You know what I mean.
Adversary?
Well, you know that
Challenge?
demon that's wandering around the place.
Yeah.
I've just added a second one of him by mistake. Okay, because that's what the encounter says.
that demon wandering around the place is still bugging me anyway.
Oh, it gets better. I don't think... Okay, it looks like I forgot to break one of them. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, I'm not.
Or I've named
I'm
it
not
wrongly.
sure if you should let him wander about. I mean, if he gets out, is that a bad thing?
Okay, it's just been named incorrectly. Okay, that's not so bad. I can just go to there. I can copy this. I can rename that. Then I can add that encounter tracker like so. Even though it didn't actually do the bloody name correctly, but that's okay. And then make then yeah, that's the right token as well. I don't know what something's very funky with that encounter. I'll definitely have to look at that. It's very broken. So anyway, some strikingly suddenly four strikingly beautiful women, save for the horns on their brows, their fangs taloned feet and bat-like wings, start flying overhead, laughing at, sort of gossiping at one another and laughing and making lewd suggestions about what they'd like to do with you. They make frank appraisals of each hero's appearance and possible sexuality, apparently. Tokens for now. Okay, Dondrad, that cage to your right is a human-sized bird cage with flimsy silver bars decorated with delicate golden birds and flowers. It stands on 4 slender legs. The cage doesn't appear to have a door.
Yes. Well, anyway, I was going to Bimble to the north.
Oh, dwarf, you look big and strong. Bet you can keep fighting for hours and hours, can't you? Meanwhile, another one's following you, making all sorts of interesting suggestions about what elves like to do to trees in the forest.
To trees? Crikey.
What about the rest of you?
She could have had me if she'd tried a better time.
Can we take any action or just movement?
You can take any action you like.
You said there was one guy on the north, and east is west here, right? So that way is north.
Yes, that is north there. Yes.
The question is, it's still alive though.
Yeah,
Well, that's
Bert
so
and
noted.
Snooks are going to walk down this way. Which cage is the almost alive person in?
Do you think him and his kids snuggle up at night?
Yeah. Do you think you could maybe put some kecks on?
Is there a response to your joke there? Well, your question.
Sparkle tits. None of them were wearing any trolleys.
Oh, don't worry, I won't tell you.
Interesting.
It's embarrassing.
So have we got a dead body on our hands?
Well, it's up to you, depending on your interpretation of that. Have you headed to this one here? Have you?
Yeah, whichever one's got the not quite dead in it.
Oh, that's that one. Okay, and that's another typo.
You know, Rannick, you could always just
Look,
take
it's a
out
bad
that
day.
sword and stab
So
it.
what? So what person? What
Oh, no, we did this
cage
bloody
has got the
adventure.
person in it?
The
one
The
I
one arenas are in about that.
I know they're not. I know that they're all like not wearing stuff and that, but none of them have tried to hit us yet, which is kind of strange for this place.
Can I
It's,
help him out?
Inside this bird cage contains a shivering man wearing little more than a set of chains, a thick leather collar. A pair of clay bowls occupies one corner, and a pile of straw sits in the other.
Offer him a blanket and see if I can get him out and set him free.
I do believe the human-sized bird cages with flimsy silver bars decorated with delicate gold birds and flowers on slender four legs and don't appear to have a door.
Well, if it's that slender, can we not just bend it open?
It looks slender,
And
but it
a
might be very
blanket
well.
would certainly go
He's,
between the bars.
Okay.
Here, does any of you lot know that Della what's her name, Delavine lady that chap beginning with V was had lots of them.
Eh?
You know that bloke that there was lots of him, and he had that succubus that there were lots of them. What were his name? His name was Vaxeris. You know, the one that we beat up. Maybe shouldn't have said that. I don't know. Any of you know her? She didn't have any clothes on either.
As you start trying to pull at the cage arena,
Yeah.
all of the laughing women stop laughing.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, bugger, where's what I said?
I think it was me that did that, Rannick.
Oh, at least it weren't my fault for a change.
Don't know which one she is. Oh, good. I get to attack Rannick first. That's fun.
Oh, joy.
Well, flying around, she basically you're not entirely sure where she kept it, actually, because it certainly did describe it earlier. But anyway, she attacks you with her ransure.
Where the bloody hell are you hiding that?
I so don't want to know.
We put her a bag of holding. Guess what she's got? And it isn't a bag.
I just moved the entire map there by mistake. Let's try that instead. So, hang on, sorry. Let's see if I can actually hit you first. Yeah, I'm afraid Bert gets wounded.
Again,
it's obviously hit Bert Day.
oh bloody hell! No. Thank
Okay,
you.
you're fine. You're fine. Of course, you get a 17 when you only needed 4. When you needed a 17, you didn't, did you? Rannick,
Barely
you're
got
up.
a 5. Yeah.
Yeah. Rannick, you are up.
Okay. That were not nice, says Rannick. And I just need to get power going. Let's put that on. And she's going to get a spear where the sun don't shine.
I don't know if she kept the Ransur there. Maybe.
Yeah, because of your long spear, you're definitely within range. Because of course they're using a reach 1 weapons to attack you while flying above people's heads. You see, of course.
But I have reached more than that.
But you have reached more than that, so that's not a problem.
I'll tell you what, they don't like it up 'em.
She parries deftly. Can't believe I got away with that one.
I told you, she don't like it up her. Stick it up 'em, they don't like that.
What is it?
Arena's up.
I just want to see what that range is. I'm not actually trying to move. Okay. What's my smart? That's the range. Excellent. Okay, I wish to do a lightning bolt. Well, actually, I want to do a pair of lightning bolts. I want to do extra damage and plus range and plus rate of fire on it. So I can shoot 2 of them. Which is going to be plus 4... plus 6 power points to the original one, so it'll be a 7 power point casting.
Okay.
And I'm going to aim for Lauren and Devashila. Okay.
Okay. You are, of course, if you cast in more than one bolt, of course, you are multi-actioning, of course, do not forget.
I have also got it as a favoured power, and it wasn't a multi-action because I didn't cast the spell twice. I used the double shot.
Oh, multiple
modifier.
targets. Sorry, I apologise. Do apologise.
That's alright. Even if I had been multi-actioning, I'd have been immune to the extra thingamy.
Because of favoured power, yes.
Yes. There you go.
Fast times 2. So yeah, you're fine because you obviously paid the extra for the range, and you shake. You shake. Zivashala. There we go. Okay, Layrin was unaffected by what you did. So she goes, well, that's not very nice, is it now?
She started it.
Why don't you drop all your magic items?
That could take a while. She doesn't know what she's asked for.
That'd be a regular old strip show. I bet she enjoys that.
So you get to make a spirit check.
If I fail, this is going to be hilarious.
Man.
And it went wild.
How about I go?
Okay, you're absolutely fine there. So she pouts. Oh, she pouts and is very annoyed by that. Chelsea, you're up.
Chelsea sighs. And then she's going to pull out the only one that ever seems to work for her anymore. And see if she can, because this one's bothering Irina. Irina's right here.
Basically lots of
frenzied
attacks on the mustard.
Nope, that's not a wound. That takes her vigor down 2 die types. But she won't evade your next lightning bolt. And then I'm gonna head towards helping out, making sure I ran it isn't over him getting killed.
You see, this is why you need to target. Well, you can't actually with spellcasting, so that's okay.
I did roll it directly on her.
No, I know, because it's a spellcasting. Don't worry, it's it's nothing you did. Okay, so that's a successful casting with a raise. You take 2 off the roll for hitting, but that's still a 7. Therefore, you still hit her, which is fine. Yeah, okay. So that is, as you say, that is vigor minus 2d. That's minus 2. And then you move to there.
I think you can handle her now, Irina.
Thanks, Joseph.
Oh there, Master Dwarf. You look big and strong. Why don't you take off all that heavy armour so I can get a better look at you? She says, casting puppet on you. Plus a spirit check from the dwarf to resist the idea to stand there and take all his armour off.
Yeah, I don't know, because it is a hint. Well, it's not. It's a vow, isn't it? It's a vow not to take it off.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You've had puppet put upon you. Yep, yeah, it sounds like a very good idea, Dodred, that you shouldn't do anything except take off your heavy armour.
Oh my god.
That was a spirit of a raise, so that is that. And how many power points did that cost? That cost her 3 power points to cast that. Dodred, yeah, basically some very copy. I don't know if it's how old that is actually, whether it still falls under copyright. But anyway, it was very amusing anyway. So Dodred suddenly decides that what he wants to do is take off his heavy armor and drop all his weapons. But you're up.
Bert is going to use his Pearl of Power and trigger it and become a Craglinor. My big super dragon that I was in the
yes.
buffer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was supposed to wait for you to size me first, wasn't I? Sorry.
You are size 7, which is... I'm using the size table so much lately, I've put a marker in it. Size 7 is... Size 7 is large. Which is space 2, believe it or not. Different one to the one you did last time.
No, it's the same one.
Well, and then I made the mistake. Time then because I made you a
Oh, different. Yeah, okay.
nice little one by mistake. Okay. Interesting bug under breath weapon. Fix that. Okay, she turned into one of those. At which point the Volvod goes, you are long and slippery, aren't you? Okay, Schnooks.
Schnooks is going to attempt to intimidate her.
Okay. Right, enough of that.
To no avail.
Obviously, this is going to take me a while.
Right, well, you start.
Clearly, that's not the first time that Voivod has been growled at by a pussy.
Oh, for crying out loud! I'm not even going to that one.
So, this is a bit kind of dangerous because people
This is
could
being
get
live
killed.
streamed. I hope we're not marked for minor audiences, damn it.
We're not marked for minor audiences, believe me. With you lot
So,
around,
this is a bit dangerous. So, do I get a saving throw to snap
you
out?
you do. But I thought I put the effect on you. I don't know what happened. Oh, I put it on. You know what happened? I put it on the wrong person. Okay, just going to move that back up to there. I'm going to scroll this back up a bit. Then I'm going to find the puppet effect again. Then I'm going to scroll it down. It's at the end of your turn, though, don't forget. A puppet
Yes,
is an
basically,
opposed roll. With the success, you obey the command that don't directly harm you or those you cares about. This includes inaction as well. A control cat with a raise, the target will harm himself or including action, but gets a spirit roll as a free action successful. Actually, I think, believe it, I think actually because it's not harming you, you don't get another roll now because you get one roll to resist at the
There's
start.
indirect harm to be caused there.
Well, it's
Yeah,
only
it's not
indirect
direct
harm
harm.
if she's attacked afterwards, isn't it? With success, the victim automatically obeys commands that don't directly harm them or those that cares about. We've got the raise anyway, so it will do it. But he gets a spirit roll as a free action.
The only other thing with me is I've got a vow to keep it on.
In which case, you get to make I will rule you get to make a spirit roll as a free action then.
Because we must look like Gorum, the Iron Lord.
So that's a 6. So you do not remove your armor this round. But you still want.
Well, no, with the saving throws at the end of the round, so I would be removing my armor and walking 7
No.
inches. and doing nothing else.
If you're arguing it would cause you harm, you get a spirit roll as a free action. If successful, you don't carry out that particular command, but you remain puppeted. I'm afraid you didn't get the raise. You only rolled a 6. So
Yes, right.
you don't carry out that particular command, but you're still under her effect, basically.
Right. So all I do is move south. Basically.
Tell you to move south. She told you to take off your armor, so you just stand there refusing to take your armor off. I'm waiting
Well, I was
for her
fiddling
next
with it.
command.
Actually, but I just assumed I was fiddling with the straps because it don't come off straight away. It doesn't come with a zipper, you know.
Oh, go on then. I'll let you move. Okay, next new round.
Leaving a little trail of items behind me, like gloves and things like that, you know, suggestively.
I think I don't like the look of that, so let's just yep.
I actually can't remember what I've done with the sword either.
She vanishes.
Gee.
Just goes. It's like a blip, and she's gone. How many power points did that cost me? That cost me 2 power points. He takes one look at somebody turning into a bloody big dragon in front of her, and she thinks, "No, I'm out of here."
Except that the Linorm is immune to invisibility. Does that mean that I can still see her?
Nope.
Teleport then.
She's literally left the building.
Right so.
Okie doke.
Right, you get down here, says Rannick, throwing his net. Up at the naked lady ahead of him. And then pokes her with his spear.
Okay.
I thought that's what she wanted you to do.
Wake
Oh,
me
we
up.
can't be
We
can't be
thank
missing
you.
at that.
Actually, I wonder if I'll get the right sound effect for you tying her up.
I'm sure she likes that.
Yeah, let's try again.
Yeah, that's about right. Tied up and poked with a spear is, I think, what she was aiming for.
Whoops, wrong one. There we go. Okay.
No, she's tied up, but she's not been poked with a spear. I had to wait for her to land first.
As the bound flying targets, do they fall?
Yes,
Yeah.
they do. And my boost trait should not have expired because it should have been going for another 4 rounds.
Why is it
Grr.
broken? I don't know why.
No,
I fixed it in the XML as far as I can tell, so it must be on your character sheet.
Must be. But I've tried to update it and it's not letting me.
Modules, powers by rank, your boost trait. Yeah, because if you actually look in the module, all the effects are 5 turns.
Yeah.
I think you should use. I don't think you'll have to drag it from the module.
Yeah.
So that's 1d6 falling damage for as she lands. Then, okay, you
How
don't
high up in
technically
there
get
is
to
this
do
thing?
anything,
Is
Mr.
it
Dondred.
or did he
Just have to-
manage to pull her to the ground? Is she?
just- She's
How
on
high
the
up?
she's on the ground.
Keep playing around, Ranny. Keep playing around.
I'm not playing with her. She was trying to stab me, so I tried to stab her back.
I'll Benny at one time.
Yeah. So I'm out of it completely now because I've stopped. I'm not getting into my birthday suit. I've decided it's a good idea. It's a brilliant idea. Why didn't I think of it before?
Oh, indeed, it took as many rounds as your armor, didn't it, to take off? So I think that still makes sense. So if you're wearing if your armor gives you +4, it takes you 4 rounds to remove it. Seems fair to me.
And like I said, look at the tan lines.
Indeed. Well, I think at this point I'm going to say,
I've lost 2 weapons, which is the 2
Yeah.
circles. I've ditched them.
well, now you've got me all tied up. Why don't you take off put down your weapons and take off your armor, and we'll see what games we can play together. That's you need to make a spirit check, Mr. Rannick, sir.
Okay. What? Like cards or something?
Seems like a good idea, Rannick. You take off all your armor, put your weapons down. Seems like a very good idea.
I really don't want to fail this. There we go. What? You want to play cards or dice or something? Why?
Okay, Bert, you're up.
When we're out of this place, somebody has got to take Rannick to the local brothel.
Or go have a nice little side talk with Amiko, and maybe she'll educate him.
Something has to be done, that's for sure.
Okay, let's see. Speed is what, 18?
You can fly 18, yeah. It's 90-foot high ceiling, so you're okay on that score.
Doop, 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 doop. Okay, I will fly over here. She is just in range for me to take a bite.
Go for it. I'm not sure how you do this as a... Well, I suppose I'm not sure how you do this with younger people, this particular section of the dungeon.
I think I'm going to spend a penny on that. There we go.
They roll for damage.
Really?
No, you did a load of damage.
And she also needs to make her vigor save at -2 for the poison.
Okay, psych roll for the okay, so that's a wound. That's the wound taken. And then a vigor roll. Vigor roll at -2 for the poison. Okay, dokie. L, 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 horse, ditch. Poison. Knockout poison. Okay. Vigor at -2 for the poison. Actually, I won't put a modifier in because the bound modifier is the same anyway, isn't it?
I'm sorry, it's a -4 poison.
And then
This
I'll
is
put a
-4
-2.
poison.
Yeah. She's okay.
Wow. Okay. That is my action. Snooks sees that Arena is being attacked, so is going to run over there and help protect her.
For the record, Serena hasn't been attacked. Arena's just been... yeah, you do wait till they're older people. Arena's just been told to...
Drop all my magic stuff.
Yeah, drop all her magic items.
Yeah.
Ooh, the cat's coming to play.
And I presume I'm going to have to make an athletics check to jump up that high to knock the bird out of the sky.
Yeah. Yes, call it an athletics check to... Yeah, no problem at all. Go for it, Schnooks.
And of course, this is going to be a pounce.
Pounce activated. 2 bennies left.
Yeah, let's go ahead and spend 1. There we go. Still missed, but only barely this time. Okay.
I shall... Well, you just keep taking your armour off.
Oh, by the way, I am susceptible to cold shots now because I've got no helmet on and the van braces are coming off next.
So, guys, she's just hovering around you, smiling and saying all the right things to make you nice and happy, thinking what a good idea it is. Arena, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to see if my tennis swing's any good. She's floating in the air just above me.
You'll need to reach one weapon to hit her.
I've got to reach one weapon.
Then you're fine.
My tennis swing's suck. Wow.
Damn. Well, you're already vulnerable because you tried a wild attack, so let's distract you as well.
I think
That
I've got a
look-
splint in
That
the
look
field.
of absolute disdain she gives you as you try and swing at her and it misses. It hurts your feelings. But it's an interesting look. It's not a look of disdain. You're so busy trying to work out what that look meant for the next round. You'll be distracted.
Is she pitying me? What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh dear. I think the cat should go and play with a large ball of yarn somewhere else. Don't you think, pussycat? Schnooks gets to make a spirit
It's
check.
a spirit check.
Yeah.
Come on, Snooks has got to pass that and look really confused because he's got no idea where there's a large ball of yarn to go and find anyway.
Well, there you go. Snooks is
He's
definitely
not even sure what a large ball of yarn means.
Fair enough. The Vishar is up next. Where is the Vishar? She's over here. Well, actually, you've still spirited, so she doesn't need to do much. She's just keep hovering around you and being encouraging. Rannick, you're up.
Would you put that boost fighting back on for 3 more rounds, please?
Certainly. What I will do before that, though, is I might take, because I've got plenty of bennies, I might just try and do... That didn't do much, did it? What are you on? You're on a king. I've got plenty of bennies. I'll try one more. No, there we go. Over to you.
Okay. I've had enough of you, says Rannick. Take this. And then he's going to try again because he really wants to give her the stick.
That's what you want.
That's a wound.
I forgot to add the extra d6 damage for her being bound up. So it's actually 21.
Just 2 wounds. Okay. Does anyone
Do I
else
need
that?
Roll to remove basically.
Sorry?
Can I remove distracted or vulnerable anyway, or are they on me for the rest of the section?
That they expire at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Unless you have a bard in the party, of course, and he can bolster. But otherwise, you're stuck with them until they expire naturally, which is at the end of your turn.
Or a paladin who can grant mercy.
Yes, that's true.
I growl and try again. It's off. Oh, shut up. The moaning is really putting me off. Oh well, that's it, out then. I'm just swinging around like somebody with a newspaper trying to catch a blue bottle. Never mind.
Jels is up.
Well, I can see that this big dragony thing that I'm presuming is Bird is here helping Rannick, and Rannick's got her pretty well under control. And I can't see through the dragony thing to see what's going on with Dondrad. So I'm going to skip back this way towards Irina and go, I don't think they need my help, Irina. Have you got... And I see that she... And it's like, oh, jeez, what's with you ladies?
Yeah, you don't want to see Dondrad that can't unbe seen.
Everyone should get a flow of bennies, including the GM. Okay, thank you very much.
Well, then good. That's just in time to re-roll that.
I thought that was a crit fail for a second there.
And that was absolutely no help.
What actually happens is it's a successful casting of the spell, so it used to charge, but you missed her. I'm afraid, because you successfully cast, but unfortunately, because she has dodge, she avoids it.
And I put the wand away and go, you're gonna have to like smack her, Irina.
I've been trying
the guys are
to.
doing all right, or it looks that way.
She's really dodgy. She's just splitting everywhere. Keep still while I hit you, would you?
they can go as well.
As Dodge would do otherwise.
Yeah, so no, because we don't need to wear stuff in our arms. I'll be back in a minute. Hang on. Right, okay, and
Okay, so I'm going to spend the Benny I just got from Jimmy Monker to unshake her, and then I'm going to spend her Benny, which fails, so I'm going to spend my Benny, which works. Yep.
Except she can't because she's bound. She's only allowed to try to break free.
Innate. Oh no, it isn't innate. It's not innate if it's spellcasting. In that case, I'll get all my bennies back, don't I? And try that again.
Apart from the ones from being shaken.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I did. I only took back 2 of the 3 bennies I spent. Okay, point taken. I forgot you, Bounder. You annoying fellow, you. I think she's in trouble. She ain't getting through. Right, let's spend a Benny. With a -2 on top of that, that's still successful to make it an entangle, isn't it?
It makes it an entangle, yeah.
Yep, so then with a multi-action, she ain't going to do this. Nope, she ain't going to do it. I can't. She's only in. She's no longer bound. She's now just entangled. But she fails miserably to get out of there. Okay. In which case, I need to check. Won't get there. There's you two would move. Oh, hang on, no, you've got to reach 1 weapon, so she can't fly off. However, she will turn around and say, she looks over her shoulder at you, Jels, and goes, I think you should free my sister. No, it should be there if it's you only see it if it's their action and they have power points.
To resist that?
Yes, you do. You get a spirit check. Yeah, you're fine. You don't feel the need to set a demon free.
You never tried talking to a gnome before, have you, lady?
But you're up.
Okay, Bert is going to move just a little bit to here and take another bite at her. I will be multi-actioning.
I think you might have swallowed a whole.
No, he would have spit her back out.
Right.
He doesn't want whatever she's carrying.
Let's try once. Okay. Well, hang on. She has actually got her own Benny, so I'll just do that instead, and then that's the end of her. I've got to work out. I'd love to know what the S' space data missing from target setting to 5 is. I was getting that the other day. I haven't worked out what it is. I did do an update.
That's your vertical. I bet that's what that is.
Oh, possibly.
Okay, and then I will fly over here and attack Zevi.
No, you won't.
Well,
No,
I attacked her, I just didn't hit her.
Oh, point taken.
yeah. So
Okay.
space data is the width of the counter because you have space and you have reach.
Yeah, but they're not set, if that makes sense. So I don't know what's going on with
Right,
that
okay.
message.
Okay, Snooks is not going to try and attack her this time. He's just going to use his fighting attack to make her vulnerable.
Go for it. Afraid it doesn't work.
Not sure why I had two targeted, but okay. And that is Snook's turn.
Okay, and I do believe that's a new. Oh, hang on, nope. Zvisiva's on hold, so if you come in and try to attack, she's actually going to turn back and go, I really think you should change back to your natural form. On the dragon, obviously. Yeah, you think it's a very good idea, but she went to bed here. Okay, you don't think it's a good idea.
Not just no, but hell no.
That isn't his natural form.
Okay, Radix up with the Joker.
Cool. Right. In which case,
I just wanted
Yeah.
to see the dwarf's muscles. Was that too much to ask? She says.
You don't want to see that, trust me.
right, Rannick's going to look over and go, bloody hell, Stunty, will you keep your keks on? And Rannick is binding, in a small burst template, Dondrad to stop him getting naked.
Dondrad,
And
where's me
spell.
trousers?
Hootsman, where's me trousers?
So that's Zevashala bound. And Dondrad is also bound so that he can't take any more clothes off.
Fair enough.
And since Bert seems to be quite capable of dealing with that sort of thing, Rannick is then going to wander over this way. And seeing that Arena's having trouble, we'll swap his spear for his bow. And then I'll be able to attack the other one once I've moved and can see it.
I take it with Mystic Powers, you can still spend the you can still modify, can you?
Yes, you can.
That's fair enough. That's how you reached it then.
Yes.
Just got to spend the extra points.
Yeah, exactly. I was reading there's something where you get the powers but you can't modify them, and I can't remember where I was reading that the other day.
That'll do.
It's not very nice. It's a wound.
And that's me done.
Jules is up.
Well, Jossa's decided in her little gnomish way that it's because she keeps trying to do magic and it's starting to get boring, and boredom is going to kill her. So now, casting a spell and then taking an action, any kind of action on top of that is multi-action, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Including touch attacks on spells.
How did I fail on a
Multi-action.
I'm gonna Benny it.
Be my guest. That worked.
Yeah. See, how big is this creature, and how high is she flying?
She's only sort of an inch off the ground, so 6 feet off the ground. It's just enough to mean you have to use a reach one weapon to attack. Yeah.
Well, basically, I'm going to teleport myself onto her back and wrap my arms around her neck, so that would be a grapple, right? Which is the other half of the multi-action.
Yes.
I teleport myself onto her back, and what do I need to roll for?
Opposed athletics. There you go. So it's an athletics test. Grappling.
Oh, that's bound.
And I got my little scrawny gnome arms wrapped around her neck.
And now you take falling damage.
Yep.
She's only a few feet up, so it can't be bad.
You were saying? You're shake. Oh, what happens if you're grappling and you're shaken?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's stunned. Yes, I know. We have this every week, don't we?
We do.
Basically, she lands on top of you, Jelson, knocking the wind out of you.
But I still got my scrawny little gnome arms wrapped around her neck, right?
You do indeed.
But Jels is vulnerable while maintaining the bind.
Indeed.
So.
Once you end your turn, well, that's definitely a hiss. That is. Okay, so this gets interesting.
Well, that was different and more fun than just boring old, casting spells that just fail anyway.
I have to go now, guys, so feel free to have my character controlled by someone else, and I'll see you next week.
See you later.
Have fun.
I'm sure I will.
Oh, you are kidding me, really? This is not the day to be getting this crud. Well, I'm running out of bennies. Right, fine. So that wastes that one because if she can't escape, she can't teleport. Laren remains shaken. Well, she might as well spend a Benny to attempt to unshake, and then with a multi-action, she will attempt to break free from Jelsa's grapple. She fails. No, it doesn't fail. That's a 4. Just because she's bound doesn't apply -2 to escape from someone's grapple, does it? Because it's an opposed roll.
You've still got to get a success on the roll for the person opposing to need to make a roll to oppose.
Yes, but it's an opposed roll. The -2 for being bound by someone doesn't apply, does it? Oh, I suppose it does.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I suppose it does. Okay, well, this is fairly annoying. Dondrad, you're up. You still want to take you want to take your clothes off, but you can't because you're bound.
Multi-action. So let's have a. I can't even cut it because I don't have any weapons. So let's try agility minus. Well, it's going to be silly, isn't it?
It's strength -2 or an athletics check.
Yeah, we'll go for multi-action athletics.
Oh, he's entangled, which means he can continue taking his clothes off.
And then we have a spirit check.
Yeah.
At -2, is that right? Aye, -2 on the spirit
just roll
check.
it because you're entangled. It'll apply a -2 anyway. So don't make. You know what I mean?
It's going to be That's right. It's going to be two. It's going to be terrible. So let's see.
No, multi-action wouldn't apply to the free spirit check.
It's not a free spirit. Oh, yes, it is. So it's still a 4, so you don't take clothes off this round.
Right, so I am still dithering. I can stretch at my 4 rounds. That's me. Managed to break free though. I've obviously stripped off a piece of garment that's stuck in it now. Stuck to the floor.
Arena was targeting the demon, wasn't she?
Arena was attacking Lyran.
It's down on the ground, so I reckon she'll do. She got any nice accurate weaponry?
She's whacking it with a big mithril stick.
She was the staff of Mithril Might, yeah. Mithril Might. That's it. No effect. But
Okay, Bert is going to bite her again. Or not.
Snooks?
Yeah, I think I'm going to say that, Penny. Snooks is going to... oh, she's on the ground now, isn't she? Snooks is going to go ahead and jump on her.
Go for it. Sounds like a pounce. Okay.
A double shake, I'll take that.
Well, the first shake is a shaker, the second shake is a wound, isn't it? Doesn't like that. New round. Hurrah! Puppet power is about to expire. Yes, she will maintain that. Definitely wants to maintain getting the dwarf taking off his clothes. Okay, so then what she's going to do is attempt to break free. Which I forgot to put the multi-action in on, but that's okay. That means she's only entangled now. And for the second action... fails. Damn it. Damn it, 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 damn it. All she wants to do is run away. She doesn't want to fight, she just wants to run away. Dondrad! What's left to take off? He's gone very quiet. He forgot to push to talk. Or take himself off mute.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm down to my trousers. I'm down to greaves. I don't have any... I'm naked now from the waist up.
She might be bound, but she's definitely going to have to try and reach out for the dwarf. Oh, it's Arena. Arena was attacking
My toughness is now only 5.
Arena is wild attack at this point. She's pissed off by this thing.
Careful though, because I'm right underneath it. You don't want to hit me by mistake.
The real question is, how much of a mistake would it really be?
It's Arena, not Rannick.
Ah, true enough.
That's a wound. And it's It's her next. She's remaining shaken. That's not good. I'm going to spend a penny on that and see if she can get out of here because she really doesn't want to be here anymore. Yep.
She's still bound, though.
No, she got down to entangled last round.
That was the other one.
She did as well. She's gone. She's out of there. She's history. That brings us to Bert.
Who's going to attempt to finish her off? Come on, let's do this.
I think I just forgot to mark the fact she got out down to entangled. Doesn't. I don't think. I think I'll turn that off. This. Yeah. Okay. That's the end of. I think that's the end of this one. No bennies left. Oh no! That's the first injury she's actually taken. By the look of things. Hang on, I thought...
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I finally actually hit her.
Yeah. Okay, and that brings us to Schnooks.
Who is upset that she's just disappeared on him.
Yeah, don't kill her yet. She's still got to put money in the waistband.
That's good. I like that. Jelsa remained shaken.
Jelsa is not shaken.
Jelsa is not shaken.
And since I don't know what's going on over there, and this one took off on us, and we still got the guy in the cage here, right?
You do?
With no visible locks. So I'm going to dig out the little chime of opening. Now, I don't know the nature of the locks, just that we can't see it. And I'm going to pull out the chime, and I'm going to ring it one time. Now.
Okay. There we are. Thank you. Okay. The chime, you ding the chime, no sound is heard. I didn't open anything. So I'm being nice and saying you don't use a charge on it. It does basically the chime of opening cannot open this cage.
Okay.
Maybe the cage was built for that.
I'm not vulnerable anymore. I'm not vulnerable anymore either, am I? Because
you won't be as soon as you end your turn.
And how wide are these bars spaced?
Doesn't say, but looking at it, there's a lot of them, isn't there? If you zoom in. Rannick, you're up because obviously activating magic item was an action even though it doesn't do anything. Rannick, you're up.
And what kind of bloody place is this? You can bloody well explain yourself, young lady, says Rannick as he stomps towards Ever Charlotte.
Good response.
Who's clearly not bothered by him in the slightest.
Evidently not. New round. Rannick gets to go first.
Just because you've got no keks on doesn't mean you can ignore me. Now, what the bloody hell is going on here?
You shake her.
And I think I will make her vulnerable as well.
Right, you might.
You're not
Done.
rolling on a creative combat table.
It did.
It did. It made her shake.
All right, yeah.
Don't forget, the most common thing you roll on the creative combat table is still shaken.
Yeah. 6, 7, and 8 are shaken.
Well done, Drad. It sounds like you're down to your greaves, so off you go.
Right, okay, so
Gunty, please, no!
Oh, is this it? Is this it? Is it? Oh no, he doesn't. He didn't get the raise.
no, but I'm hanging about to get paid. Come on, Steve's in here.
He's doing the actions now. Yeah, he's doing the moves, trying to entice the
He
crowd.
doesn't want to get naked in front of the statues. That freaks him out.
Oh,
Yeah.
point taken. Yeah.
Okay, is the bar spaced enough where I can reach through and touch the guy? Or have
Yes.
him take my hand?
Yes, you can
Okay.
reach through and touch the guy. Yes.
Okay, the other thing is the teleport power I can use to teleport someone besides myself. Do I have to teleport
Indeed.
me, or do I?
Well, I was
Do
just
they
going
have
to
to
check that. Because
You can just teleport the other target. That's one of the bad things that you can do with it, is you can teleport somebody 12 inches straight up.
12 inches
Yeah.
straight up only?
No. I'm just saying that if you did that, if you're outside and you did that, that person's now going to take 12 inches of falling damage.
Okay. The bands are 1/2 inch wide with 1/2 inch gaps between them. So you can probably still get a thing through, can't you? 1/2 inch.
And I'm going to tell him to touch my hand, and I'll get him out of there.
Okie dokie.
And then I'm going to use the teleport to see if I can teleport him out.
Okay. You do. You successfully teleport him out of the cage. There he is.
Well, who needs to unlock a lock, man? That's even better.
That teleport's the only way to get people in and out of them anyway.
Got him out, and well, is he babbling or anything?
Yeah, he's a broken shell of a man. He doesn't seem to, he's literally still, he doesn't seem to really be able to comprehend the fact he's out at the moment. He's also drooling a lot and yeah.
Is he injured? I mean, does he need healing?
Healing a critical injury would cure his madness. But you could also try be soothing towards him, which would be sort of persuasion or any form of mind control. It should be pointed. It should be pointed out. Let me check. It should be pointing out that he is speaking Thessalonian.
Okay, then I'm going to use persuasion, and I'm going to tell him in Thessalonian, just be calm. You're safe now. You're out of the cage, and I'll roll a persuasion.
Go for it.
He's speaking a language that's been dead for tens of thousands of years. Oh dear. He's been here a while.
Bert, you're up. You do seem to help calming him down a bit. Yes. But meantime, you're up.
Okay, let's bite her again. Or not. And
Looks is running.
is going to run a whole 9 inches.
No way that Bert's shape change should have run out because he's a druid. That should still be going for about another 59 minutes.
An
It should
hour
have
and
been.
59 minutes.
I didn't turn it off. Someone should have pointed out it was running out before they ended their turn.
I didn't notice. I didn't
No, we
notice.
didn't. No, I know. I'm not having a go at you.
I'll get so involved in being our characters that,
I know. There we go. 100 rounds should do it.
And Joel says over here, well, that's my good deed for today.
Well, she'll just run. I think it's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've got no bennies left, so there's nothing she can do. He should be visible. There he is. He's just going to go on hold for now for all intents and purposes. Oh, I didn't mean to deal him a card. I meant to put him on hold. And she's already been this turn, but actually she's taken to shake it off, so I could be very cheaty now. Oh well. Conrad with the Joker.
Right to you.
She's going off. Oh God.
So there we go. I think we'll Benny it, because we can afford to Benny it, can't we? Go one more time for a laugh.
He got the raise. He removes the puppet on him.
So that was a free action then. So I can act normally now, can't I?
Yes, you can.
Right. She's already shaking, isn't she?
Yes.
Right. Well, it's going to be.
Don't forget, picking up an axe is ready. A weapon.
I think. No, I don't have any weapons.
They're on the ground all around you. Picking one up is readying a weapon is picking one up. So you can pick up one of the weapons she told you to put down if you want now. As a free action, don't forget, because readying a weapon is basically getting a weapon ready.
Right, I think we'll do desperate attack. Desperate attack 1 then.
Okay.
Combat, inventory, weapons, and we'll have that. Because now I've got to re-equip it to actually roll it. So. -2.
Hit with a raise.
To -2 damage.
Yeah, I don't think that matters. That's another wound.
In fact, can I Benny the damage just to see what happens?
Okay, let me take that.
It's a terrible, terrible roll. Never mind.
Okay.
You didn't get the raise damage that time.
Let's see what it would have been if it had blown. That would have made a difference.
No.
For the record, you can re-roll your damage because I think you did a fighting attack rather than a damage roll there. Because you missed putting the Benny on just the right spot to do the damage, so it treated it as a re-roll to attack.
Right, so we can re-roll the damage in that case.
You can re-roll the damage. Don't on raise first, don't forget.
Done on raise first.
Didn't mean to drop
and
that.
Re-roll the damage.
Didn't mean to drop that. Okay, so she's down to 2 wounds still. So it's still only 1 wound.
Still only 1 wound.
It's still a wound. Rannick is up.
Rannick will walk up to her. And I would like to punch her for a knockout, please.
Dokie.
We'll Benny that. Blimey, what is it with hit rolls today?
They're wonky.
They are. Okay, I'll not punch her for a knockout. I'll just walk up to her and then I'll look at Dondrad and say, Stunty, would you put your clothes back on?
She remains shaken after that brilliant unshaking roll she got last turn. That's what I can do because I've got no bennies left.
Eventually, this will hit.
Look, this is
When Irina's turn
Not like
comes up,
that.
she can see me waving for her to come over because I need something from her.
at this rate we'll have to leave the fight going.
Can Snooks even get there?
Oh, you didn't need to run to get over there. Ha ha!
Press the run button again to turn it off.
I did, yeah.
And then go for it.
Guy with bonus should now should get silly.
Gang up bonus does kick in there, so that should be a +2 on each of those.
So 1 miss, 1 hit, if I'm seeing that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 miss, 1 hit.
Is it not +3 for the gang up?
No, because you're in. Oh, I suppose you technically should have moved, so yeah, it doesn't matter.
Technically.
I think Snooks got her anyway, though.
Snooks got her anyway, so that's a good. Yeah, it took her a while. She didn't disappear from the combat tracker. There we go.
That's because
Oh,
she's
wow.
incapacitated but not dead.
Yeah, but incapacitated.
Normally it removes, yeah.
Yeah, should be fine. So that's where we shall leave it today then with that fight. Very strange fight.
I want to mention that I'm going because Irina I know has some of that wine on her, and I'm going to have her bring some over for this guy.
We can
So
certainly
he can use a drink.
Indeed, we can deal with all of that next time. It's a good strange.
Well,
I
that
want
was
to
just
say
before-
it because
just
I
before
was
we go.
doing the live stream before we start the next session, so that way I'll remember that I want to do that.
That's
Rather than let all these bennies go to waste, I thought I'd roll a spell to cast relief on myself.
Well, there you go. Oh yeah, you got quite a few bennies, haven't you? There.
I'll have some PowerPoints back. Irina will probably do the same if she's got any bennies left.
She probably only got the one, hasn't she? She's
yes.
got 2 actually, because someone got a Joker, didn't they?
Yes, we had a Joker after she logged out.
So that will get back to almost full PowerPoints. Indeed. There we go. Actually, in fact, the last thing I'll say is, can I have some notice checks, please? From everyone.
Okay. Still surrounded by bastard statues.
But I'll get Arena to roll as well. Hang on. Obviously, because you can move around freely after combat's over, as it were. So Arena, Bert, and Jelsa and Stuckums, they all noticed that Dondrad's, that really nice cape Dondrad had, that one he found.
The Cape of the Mountebank one.
It doesn't look as fine as it did, and it just there seems to be dirt adhering to it, and it seems tattered and damaged.
Yeah, I think it got zapped.
That's where we
There's
should
2
leave it.
Yeah, there's 2 of these cloaks. One of them's discharged in the magic bag, and this was the second one. So, and now it's trashed, I think.
We should leave it there, but it does appear that Dondrad's magical cloak is no longer magical.
I wonder I wonder what else is broken. Dun dun dun. What else has got
Indeed,
broken
Rooney.
stuff?
Indeed, Rooney. We shall leave it there as you ponder that. Well, there we go. Hope you enjoyed that one. Strange fight, but we'll see you next Tuesday for a bit more of the same.